Well, hello there. This is Brian with At the Bar Podcast. Just before we get started on this episode, I'd like to take this time to thank you very much for listening. We truly appreciate it. Hey, we'd also like to hear from you. So, you have an idea for the podcast or would like to be a guest on the podcast? Well, send us an email to live@thebar@gmail.com. Once again, that's live@thebar@gmail.com. So just tell us what you think. And thanks again for listening. Have a great day.
Wow.
This video features materials protected by the Fair Use Guidelines of Section 107 of the Copyright Act.
A known
All rights
pedophile.
reserved to the copyright owners.
Is this thing on? Hello everyone. Thanks for joining us at the bar. Don't forget to take care of your server, even if that happens to be you. Let's head over to the table to see what Rob, Jason, and Brian are up to today.
Hear yourself in the mic. Hey everyone, how you doing? Yeah, we're starting a little late tonight.
It is Friday night. How are you
You
guys?
can't hear
Hey,
yourself?
what's going on?
I can now.
Okay, you got yourself now? You
Yep,
can hear yourself
yep.
now? Okay, hey, I need to put this up here. Everyone last week, apparently I had anal warts.
Yes.
Well,
yes, you
it's
did.
because of these two right here, right across from me, ass hats. None of that is true.
That's.
Oh, come on.
No.
Own it.
How would you know? You know what? Bend over and show us your anus right now. I want to see.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Hang on.
No, whoa. What are you going to do? I'm kind of scared.
He's going to show us.
So
his anus.
how was everybody's week?
Well, interesting. I had a long week.
All right.
Of course, every time. Here, there you go. You need your inflatable ass cushion there, Brian.
Really?
for the anal warts.
So the incisions won't bleed.
That's right. That's
Actually,
right.
that's kind of cushiony.
It looked like they were
kinda
trimming
weird.
grapes from the vine. So yeah, I had a confrontation with some tree trimmers, and I've had all kinds of crap going on. Small medical procedure to
Yeah, I
shorten the length of my
I didn't know
penis
about that until I got here
it's 'cause
today,
it's
so-
long. Yeah.
And I got to meet your girlfriend.
Yes, you did. That's right. Bob got to meet Janie.
In fact, we met while you were under anesthesia.
I know. I'm kind of curious about that. What the fuck's going on? Yeah. So,
We bonded over your Cuban sandwich.
there you go, man. As soon as I was out, she had a Cuban sandwich for me, and I wolfed it down
Oh, really?
because I hadn't eaten since the night before, and they didn't do my procedure till like 5.
PM.
Oh, yeah.
And
No,
I'm
I
like-
hate when they do that.
I'm like 5 p.m. the end of the day for everybody. I don't want a car that was built at 5 p.m. at the factory. I don't want this. I don't want them cutting around on me. But they're like, no. That's when he does his procedure.
and it always gets me that they tell you to show up at 6 a.m. and they don't get to you until about 3 or 4.
Now they said be there
Sucks.
at 3. We'll get you at 5, and he was on time, man.
No, that's awesome. Okay.
And yeah, so it was interesting.
So we were trying to start the show a little earlier without Bob, but it didn't actually get to go as planned. We went out and ate earlier. Bob took us out for dinner.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
And
it was a business meeting.
And thank you very much. I appreciate it. We did discuss-
Pre-production.
That's it.
Yeah,
We-
well, yeah, we had to
We
talk our
discussed
production.
business, and it was very good. It was crowded. It was packed.
Yes.
Being Friday night, every place was. How long did we wait?
About 45 minutes.
About 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And at one restaurant that we chose not to stay at and wait, there was a picture on the wall, I guess, of a beloved employee.
No,
Probably.
this is the founder.
It's their founder. That's
Yeah.
Jelena. When he was
Oh,
out there.
yeah,
There.
man, I got to show that.
And so Brian thought I looked like him, which I do not. But still, it was interesting.
I mean, maybe by somebody that was, had forgotten their bifocals. And
Right.
if you were passing by them really, really quickly.
yes, and if I was thinner, and
Oh, wait, I got to go this way. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see any resemblance at all. None. I mean, okay, his apron may look like the top of a pair of overalls,
Yeah,
but
or
other than that,
No, it looked like Jason to me.
no.
Mexicano yeson.
No.
no.
That's hilarious.
That was fun. So I started our chat with "Hi, flowers and rainbows." So I don't think that'll get us a ban.
Pixie
no,
dust.
actually, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah. So
Velvet pixie dust.
that's it. Well, I don't know, velvet. That's awful.
That's a little bit
provocative.
right
It's kind
there.
of close. I guess
Yeah.
kind of close.
So I was talking about our server. She looked very, very young. She looked like real young in the face. And, but I know she had tattoos. So I was like, well, we know she's at least 18. And Bob said, nah, she got them at 13 in Cancun. so I asked her, how old are you? And, she said she was 18. I was like, bing, bing, bing. And then being a smart ass and showing off for my friends, I was like, you got daddy issues? She's like, no, actually I got mom issues. She's like, I got a great relationship with my dad. And she said, I'm dating a really old guy. And we're like, Bob's like, well, what's really old?
Yeah, to her. What's really old?
Tell him all about him, Bob.
He's 30.
30, really
30.
old. And I said, no, wait a minute. If that's really old, I said, well, then hell, do you have grandpa issues? She's like, no, I get along with my grandpa great. And I said, well, I'm 50. And she's like, oh, that's how old my dad is. And I was like, but yet you said the guy you're dating is really old. What does that make us? Ancient?
Yeah, no
You
doubt.
know?
Or like old as shit.
And I was so angry, I could barely finish masturbating under the table.
Right. Did
Fucking ridiculous.
I know.
Do you remember the point in life where younger gals quit paying you any attention at all?
Yeah, it was when I was their age. Right. no, it was 1971 was
Right.
when they stopped paying attention to me.
Right.
February 1971. So yeah, no,
Yeah, I've kind of had the same issue, but I just noticed lately, probably in the last 10 years, that they're just not even interested. You can just tell.
yeah.
The-
And that's kind of the natural order of things.
I think that comes with age. You start realizing you can kind of read them a lot better, maybe.
Well,
Yeah.
not to put our business out there, but my girlfriend is quite a bit younger than me.
Yeah, and I'm my wife is 14 years younger than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with that. And,
Yeah.
and it's 10 years difference isn't bad at all unless the girl is 10 and the guy's 20.
Right.
Then there's a slight problem with
Or
that
unless
shit.
you're Anna Nicole Smith married to an 89-year-old tycoon.
No, apparently that was
No.
real right. She did the right thing and he knew exactly why she was there. She wasn't there for his body.
Yeah.
He didn't mind.
He didn't,
He didn't give a shit.
His
It's just
kids
money.
did.
Yeah.
His kids were not
He'd
happy.
get whatever he could get. I mean,
Yeah.
look,
Yeah.
at that point for her to just look at it would have been a real thrill for old Jay Howard.
And act like she wanted to.
Yeah. She's
Yeah.
like, wow, it's really great. Freckled penis.
Maybe once he got the wrinkles out of it, he washed the damn thing.
Did y'all ever watch her
liver spotted and stuff.
Yes. And
Her show.
Nicole Smith's fantasies.
No, I
Did no, it was Anna Nicole's not
no, it was
fantasies.
it was a
Yeah.
reality show.
the
thing.
reality shows.
No, I didn't see the real. I saw this thing that was like a softcore porn thing she did, late night TV. It was,
No, I never saw that. I just saw the
I
one.
got to tell you, I never watched that show because I couldn't stand the dingbat.
I couldn't.
Yeah. She was so pretty, but God, she was stupid.
She was so stupid that she was, or at least she played so stupid that she was actually unattractive to me because
Yeah.
she was so unintelligent.
One of the episodes, she got on there and she was eating ribs, and she ordered a whole slab to herself on a first date. She was wanting to go out on a date.
Trim spy,
She sat there and ate all those ribs right in front of that guy. It's like, well, you want some more ribs? And I was like, God, this girl just jacked up.
No, she's probably just simple girl thrust in the limelight. A lot of that was a dumb bunny act. I have a feeling.
But no. She came from Fort Parker, Texas, where the motel from hell that we stayed at.
Oh, really?
Remember we talked about that a couple
yeah.
months ago
Yeah.
about the motel that had
Oh,
the piece of
it's-
paper hanging on the wall, the tooth pasta,
Yeah.
and all the
okay.
available amenities that they couldn't spell right that were available for your purchase in the lobby.
Well, let me tell you, that girl, she just, whether it was an act, and if it was the most convincing because I think she was an idiot.
Yeah.
And I can't personally, this is going to sound snooty coming from a old ugly fat guy, but I really can't get on board with any woman that's not intelligent. I think intelligence is so sexy.
Oh yeah.
And
Or at least witty.
yes.
Yeah, witty. Yeah.
If you give me witty.
And I am proud to say that my girlfriend, she's very smart and she's witty. So
and listening.
yes, that helps too.
And-
But no, she actually said this. So I'm in the hospital waiting my procedure, and anyway, the doctor comes in, but if you Google his name without doctor in front of it, it comes up as a Pakistani singer and songwriter. And so I showed it to him and said, man, I was hoping, it was one and the same. And he's like, nope, not a singer. And she says, Dang, I brought my autograph book for nothing.
That's awesome.
So, that's that kind of cracks me up. I like shit like that. So,
well, I do know that coming up here in about another week or so, Annie's going to have to face that doctor that what I had to face, because I know she's going to look.
The anal warts.
No. God, would y'all get off the damn anal warts?
No.
Man,
it didn't happen.
Some guy on you is what gave you the anal warts.
Pegging.
Yeah, if you'll notice, you can see it in Bob's picture now over here up in the right. So there
Finally
you go.
got my girl on the wall.
Well, no, yeah, your girl, but I'm talking about your butt donut too. Over here now.
Yeah, here, let me.
My lifesaver.
Yeah, there she is.
There's Harley.
Yep.
Yeah. That's his girl.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you would not believe the things we have seen him do to that picture. It is not good.
Yeah, I laid
Look
it on my
at it,
table until
frame
the
it.
wrinkles got out of it, and then I put it in a frame.
It came all fucked up.
yeah, it's nothing like ordering a print and it's got a big crease or some shit in it.
It did.
Yeah, I know.
That's a piss.
Okay, if you order from Wish, expect it to take a long time and expect to be disappointed when it arrives.
That's your first problem.
Kind of like my
ordering
dating
from
life.
Shit, right. Yeah, I've had a few girlfriends that apparently came from Wish, and it took them a long time to come, and I was disappointed every time.
And 2 sizes too small.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
Exactly.
so yeah. That's,
Okay, so I know we just finished a good Mexican dinner.
yes, we did.
When is the last time you guys had a good plate of garlic frittered chicken?
It's been a long time. I used to go in Del City to Canton,
Right.
And I liked now they're closed.
Is that what I had
Iconic.
that time that me and you went?
No, you had the Warshui guy.
Okay.
Warshui guy is a breaded chicken breast that's sliced on a bed of lettuce, and they've got this wonderful sweet and sour sauce
Right.
over it with the sliced almonds.
Yeah, and then some guy came
Yeah.
in,
Yeah.
so that's why it's Horseshoe Guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, garlic frittered chicken is hard to come by, and we're talking bone-in, large
Yes.
pieces of chicken, the real deal.
Tempura
And-
batter.
Yes.
Yes.
And if it's done wrong, it's greasy and it's gross.
Right.
If it's done right,
But you
it's
can't beat it.
crunchy, it's not greasy, and
Moist.
Yes, moist.
Moist.
And it's garlicky and it's yummy, and I haven't had any in a while.
when I used to work downtown, across the way there was a restaurant over there that she made the garlic chicken over there. Now, is it normal? Because honestly, I don't pay attention anymore. But she would always she didn't care how it was laid or the bone or anything. She just like a leg. She just cut it. And
no, that's Jamaican rules right there.
Yeah, well,
They
that's
don't give
how she
a
cooked it.
shit about the 8-piece rule.
Yeah,
it's just like
she didn't give a shit.
chop.
No.
She chopped it up into sizes. She figured we're probably bite size and easier for her
Yeah.
tiny fryer and whatever.
They ended up moving over to a new restaurant, a newer area. It's over in the First National Center.
Oh, okay.
And they ended up taking over another area. I hadn't seen the guy in years, quite a while. I went and saw him. He goes, Brian. I was like, yeah, how you doing? I said, he goes, God, you're getting fat.
That's always good to hear.
He was so honest about everything.
Yeah,
And I was like, you need to lose weight. I was like, good seeing you.
Yeah.
You too, Kim. That was his name. Cam. He's a good guy, though. Damn.
A lot of people from other cultures tend to be blunt, but they don't mean it to be rude.
It's just their
when I was in high school, I worked with a couple of guys that were both from Ghana, and when they would talk, it sounded like they were choking on fish bones when they were speaking, whatever, but they'd throw English words in there. Sears. But the one guy, there was David and there was Nikki. And
right.
No, I know, right? And Nikki was
Their actual names were 8 syllables long
Yeah.
in all consonants.
this was a part-time evening job. And Nikki was a chemist, degreed chemist. And I'm
Wow.
like, why are you doing this 4-hour manual labor job? Because I have time.
Right.
It's just they just worked all the
Yep.
time.
Yeah.
Well, so I saw him after years and years, one in Midwest City, no less, at like a Burger King or something down from the hospital.
Right.
I was there visiting somebody for that, and I went, "Oh my gosh, Nikki!" And he said, "Jason," he's like, oh, you've gotten fat. I said, you got old. He's like, yes. But I thought he was just, oh, you got fat.
Well, in some cultures,
hilarious.
the bigger you are, it indicates how successful you are.
You bet.
And
A
I
sign
wish,
of wealth and prosperity.
and I wish that America would embrace that, because I'm ready to receive my due.
You bet. Well, let's take, for example, fertility goddesses.
Yeah.
You ever notice that any culture that has like a fertility goddess, at least from what I've seen, it's always depicted as a very large woman with very huge boobs and huge hips.
Yeah, she's a little
because
meatier.
it's a sign of fertility. She can support the birth of a child. She can,
Nurse it
many
properly.
children. Yes, that whole fertility thing is, for example, Olympian athletes, female athletes that have, get below a certain body fat percentage don't have periods.
Yeah.
Because their body just doesn't. They can't support a pregnancy.
Yeah.
So the fertility goddess thing, it's a sign, especially if it's, from a culture where you're scratching to get by. That big woman like that is like, wow, she's,
I always had a rule: if I can count your ribs, I ain't interested.
yeah, man. If I can see her ribs, she needs to eat some ribs.
Yeah, if your backbone is showing all
I don't
your
have
damn
those.
bones.
I don't have those limitations.
Bob has none.
Bob, you don't have any limitations.
I'll go buy her a sandwich. I'm not.
Bob will eat ribs while he's boning her.
I'll
That's right.
I'll be feeding her ribs.
He'll be eating. He'll be like, you like boning chicken, and then he's eating just like a Chick-fil-A sandwich and boning her. That's bone-in
That's
chicken.
what I thought you meant.
So yeah, no, I'm not. I don't really care for the really thin types, and there's nothing against that. I don't have a problem. I'm not saying they're unattractive. I'm just saying, God damn, girl, eat something.
Oh yeah, you can count ribs. I ain't
Give me something a little to hold on to.
So Bob, if you can count ribs, they don't bother you any.
He'll sauce them right up.
Get out the old barbecue sauce them right. Bob, would you say you're probably the horniest man on earth?
No.
I would say you are.
I'd like to get an opinion from Ron Jeremy. If you're listening, could you please call in?
Yeah, Ron
We'd
Jeremy.
like to hear from the hedgehog.
Yeah.
You disgusting old fart.
No, he's another one that's in a lot of shit.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, he's in some shit
How the
too.
fuck you going to get into trouble as a porn star for sexual harassment?
I don't know.
Apparently, he was did a lot of touching and feeling of people that didn't want to be touched and feeled that weren't in the industry.
I can see that. He was a teacher before he got into porn. Yeah.
Really?
And he happened to have a long and figured, hey, suck my own dick. I think I'll get into this business. It pays a lot better. And his mustache, though, that horrible looking, brushy looking.
Yeah,
And the fact that
was his flavor saver.
He just didn't take care of himself.
I know. He's hairy backed and shit.
Really
Ugh.
nasty.
And if he'd have just went to the gym and okay, what else is he going to do? How many loads can he blow a day? He's not working all the time.
I don't want to challenge him to that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. He was working enough, and he was in porn when they were using film.
Right.
Instead of video
Oh,
cameras,
yeah.
when porn was expensive and,
Right.
to make, and supposedly had a plot. I saw him where him and another guy had a kung fu fight. The karate thing was real big when he was young.
He was
and
part
much
of,
thinner.
He was part of the VHS and Beta Wars.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, did he only want his shit released on beta, or
that the Beta Wars were decided by the porn industry, right?
No, I didn't.
I did not know that.
I know that beta was a better platform.
It was, but the porn industry embraced VHS because it was a lot cheaper to produce. And people wanted to get their porn on, and they didn't have the avenues we have today.
Right.
So they could go out and buy VHS porn. Since those were cheaper to produce, they'd go buy a VHS player.
Yeah,
and Beta soon slipped from the entire industry. So
how did VHS end up being cheaper than Beta? I don't understand how that, because
beta was high. Yeah, it was overpriced.
Beta was better quality.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so, you're not looking for quality when you're just looking for hardcore, him hitting some Harry Quim back in the day.
Yeah,
And,
that's
you
true.
you just go with it. But yeah, when video changed porn forever.
All right.
And that's why we've got now videos of couples that, you may know that you don't want to fucking see.
All right. So you're talking about that waitress tonight, and she was talking about how ancient we are.
Yeah.
Okay. The other night, whenever you were in the hospital, getting your procedure done,
Yep.
you wanted a glass iced tea. I went to the nurse's station. They didn't have any, so I ran down to the cafe and picked you up a glass iced tea.
Right. Thank you, by the way.
Oh,
that's buddies. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what friends are.
okay. So I got given a senior discount.
Motherfucker.
And I didn't know whether to be mad or in hell because she thought I was old enough to need a senior discount, or I'd be happy that I got the discount.
Yeah. What was that about?
I would say I'd be pissed and happy, probably.
Right. It was.
Keep in mind, the facility that I was at usually has a lot of older people in there.
I get it. And maybe she gives everybody a senior discount because
Maybe she thought you're cute.
I didn't think of that. Maybe I need to roll
Maybe
back
she thought,
in there somehow.
hey, I'll give him the senior discount. My way of letting him know I'd like that old D.
Okay. But did you see the menu of available food that they had at that facility?
You know, I didn't see their menu this time, but I have seen it before, and it's pretty damn good.
So it's a heart hospital, right?
Yes.
So the old couple that was sitting next to me and your girlfriend there in the cafe,
right?
chicken fried steak sandwich, fried okra,
You bet.
French fries, onion
bet.
rings. I'm like, these are some opportunists right here.
When you're a patient there, they send you a menu.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like a printed menu in a restaurant, not just some laminated thing. It's got a cover and it's like a nice.
Here's your daily selections.
And they have very good food.
Was this
there.
one off 240?
Yes,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
a
my
physician.
dad was in there. I remember that.
Yeah, physician-owned hospital, and they have a Starbucks in the hospital.
Wow, holy shit.
That's open till 8 p.m.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fantastic.
It doesn't have a drive-through, which is I'll mark them down a little bit for that.
Like I said, any Starbucks has a drive-through if you're motivated enough and you don't care about your car.
Yeah,
Bust
no
through
doubt.
there and be like, I need a Frappuccino and a wrecker. And possibly a heart doctor. So yeah, I mean, it's a good facility. And
But while you were in there, everything turned out good. You're all right, right?
no, apparently I've got 5 minutes. No.
This is his last show, Brian.
Yeah.
We're going to try to make it a good one.
I hate to tell you this, Brian, but it's about to be a duet instead of a trio. I'm okay. I'm okay. They found a few little problems, but I'll tell you what he found in really quickly.
Grass.
No. Seriously, he found an $80,000 payment from my insurance company. He found that in there, and
And he'll be getting that for sure. That's
Right.
not something he's even on the fence about.
Yeah, and and also that way he can jumpstart his career again as a singer and songwriter,
Right.
in Pakistan.
He could self-publish his new comeback album.
Yeah,
Let me ask you this.
It's a lot of ululating, but that's
I didn't even think about it, but wasn't there a new law put in place that they basically have to show you like an estimate of what everything's going to cost?
there's the truth in pricing thing that, for example, they have to let you
We've
if
got
they-
insurance. We don't give up.
Yeah, if they have agreed upon on insurance, if we have agreed upon pricing, the insurance says we'll pay this much for this procedure, and they're in network.
Yeah.
They can't come back and bill you for saying, well, the insurance would only pay us $5,000, but it's a $10,000 procedure, so we're going to charge you the other $5,000.
Right.
They can't do that to you if they're in network. That's where that comes
So
from.
basically, you're not paying for insurance. You're paying for the insurance company to negotiate a discount for you.
Yes.
Yes.
And any hospital will negotiate with you directly if you have no insurance. Prices are different everywhere down the road. Get a price for an appendectomy at this hospital, go 5 miles down the road and get a price for that. And you'll find they're different.
But try to get that price whenever you're doubled over in pain, needing an appendectomy.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit. You ain't got
You're not
time
the
for
person
it.
that.
Yeah. But what you do is you bargain after and say, hey, this is bullshit, And, well, for example, I had surgery, for my neck, and it was all approved, insurance, everything, knew everything that was going to happen, knew what I needed to pay. And they had monitoring. I mean, they had electrodes all in, my head and shit, to see, make sure they weren't agitating a nerve while they're working on my spine.
I didn't even know they could do that.
They can. It was pretty neat, but I knew nothing about that was going to happen. So I thought, well, okay, I guess that's just part of the team. No, this guy wasn't in my insurance network, nothing, and knew nothing about it. So the next thing you know, I get a bill, and insurance is arguing with what they'll pay because they're not in network. Then they come back and say, hey, with a form wanting me to sign. It's a power of attorney form so they can bargain on my behalf for their, this company. And I was like, fuck you.
Right.
I'm giving you shit. It's not my problem. I ain't paying you a fucking dime because I was never told about it. And finally, the insurance settled some little amount with them, but they ain't getting what they want. So they can bill me all they want.
But, interesting, back in 97, I was loading healthcare contracts into a decision support system for a hospital.
Right. And you had to have so many physicians also within so many for the people. No, this was 97.
This was back before I worked for the, yeah.
Okay.
I was working for actually hospital. This was not actually 98.
Okay.
And loading healthcare contracts for all the insurance carriers. It was standard that the largest insurance companies only paid 50% of the list price of the procedures.
Yeah.
Okay. They've increased that now to it's 15%.
Yeah.
So if a procedure costs $1,000 or what the hospital wants to charge you $1,000 for,
Yeah.
the insurance companies negotiated that down to 150.
You bet.
But if you walk in there with cash, no insurance, no nothing,
they're going to
want $1,000.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, it is. It is. And there is no set pricing. There's no standardized pricing on procedures or anything else.
No.
It's not like book time on a car. How much is it going to cost to get my alternator out? Well, it's going to take 3 hours book time.
Right.
The mechanic does it in an hour and a half. Well, they just made a little bit extra money.
But if it takes him 5 hours because he broke a bolt off, well, then sucks to be him.
That's right. He's lost money. So,
Yep.
But it ain't like that with a hospital. There's no set price, and it's all negotiable.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to probably just start calling hospitals up and say, hey, let's talk about a kidney transplant.
Right.
Let's just, I don't need a kidney transplant. Let's just see what we can bargain them down for. Let's see if they can give us a solid price on the hospital fees only for this fucking kidney transplant.
Yeah.
How much does the kidney itself cost?
Fuck it. I don't know what you'd have to check. You'd have to check the,
because I know
the grocery store.
They've got to
for
at least
that.
have a cooler and a helicopter.
Right. Well, you got to have a grocery store nearby and then just take it out of there and put it in the cooler and be like, yeah, there's your kidney.
Well, there were some doctors here in Oklahoma. Now, like I said, I don't know who they were, where they're from, but I read about them that they would actually, like, for example, say you need to get a kidney or whatever, and they would come to you, you'd go to them, they'd say, okay, how much is your insurance going to pay on it? Well, if they found out your insurance, let's say they were going to pay $20,000, they'd go, okay, we'll do it all for $20,000. There was a bunch of doctors who got together and were doing that just to be able to get the person where they could have their surgery, not have to pay all that extra. They would take straight from the insurance company.
Well, they'd have to if they accept the insurance, they have to accept the bargain price anyway.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
regardless.
Yeah.
So, how much?
Yeah, but but there's no money that comes back out of your pocket. That's it.
Right. They'd have said, okay, your deductible is this much, but they'll pay $20,000. We're not going to make you pay your deductible.
What they do is at that point, they call it a charge off.
Yeah.
They just charge off the remaining balance.
Yeah.
They'll accept what insurance pays, charge off the rest. And
But these doctors were doing it apparently to try and do something nice, not
charitable work
type
and
stuff,
things like that. It's like attorneys have to do so much pro bono work and things like that, for free, and also porn stars have to do a lot of pro bono.
Yeah, that is true.
Pro
Yes.
boner.
I've never been offered any free legal services, porn star services, or
Now you got to be destitute as a
Doctor service.
motherfucker. That's where, like the public defender's office, a lot of times they'll do or legal aid, Oklahoma, something like that,
Is that one stuff work where you can buy those lawyers, you pay so much a month?
Oh, you're talking about the flat
prepaid
fee.
law?
Yeah, prepaid laws. Is that shit any good?
no.
No, it's fine if you need simple shit like, hey, can you write up a sales contract between me and my buddy for this 84 Chevy I'm selling him, which you could do yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard about people saying, oh, yeah, I used mine to get out of jail, and I was going to go do this and do
Prepaid
that.
legal. I'm up for first-degree murder. And I've been paying y'all about $30 a month. So
For the last 3 years.
Yeah, so my defense is good, right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll tell you, you need to go fuck yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, we'll be glad to notarize a copy of something if you need it or something, But
And while you're in jail, you're
That's
not going to be
called
able to take us
LegalZoom.
to small claims court to get your money back. So you're on your own anyway.
Yeah. If they lose your commissary money, we could possibly write them a letter. Fucking prepaid legal.
I actually knew a guy when I used to work at this company. He actually quit. He quit working there because he was in his own business, had his own office selling that pre-legal. And I was like, really, dude? And he goes, oh, yeah, man, I'm banking money out the ass. Man, I got people giving me money all over the place for this.
Old people love that shit.
It's crazy.
Made
a lot of money doing it. Well,
and I'd have to know exactly, what are we talking about?
it did always sound like a pyramid scheme to me.
What kind of law are we talking about? You going to do family law? That'd be nasty.
Yeah.
I had an attorney tell me one time on my first divorce. I've had 2 divorces and 2 marriages, but only to one woman.
I was like, say, wait a minute, what's going on here?
So I didn't learn my lesson the first fucking time.
Yeah.
So anyway, he told me, he said, look, he said, we can argue about pots and pans all day. And back then he said, it was like $150 an hour. He said, we can argue about pots and pans and bullshit for $150 an hour all day long if you want.
Right.
He said, but let me give you a piece of advice. He said, don't. He said, she wants all the shit from the kitchen. Fuck it. Give it to her. Go get your own shit. He said, it ain't worth, if it isn't worth $150 to you, he said, don't have me argue for it. Just do yourself a favor. You'll save a lot more money.
Right.
Yeah.
And this man is now a judge. And he was a good guy. He told me, he said, the thing about attorneys is you can call them up and talk. If you've got an attorney on retainer, you can call him up and talk about the Super Bowl if you want, as long as you realize it's billable hours, and he'll talk to you about anything you want. You can spend all the money you want.
Right.
He's like, talk to your attorney about important legal shit, and that's it.
Exactly.
But mine's a little bit different.
And then get off the phone, let them do their thing, and they'll get back to you whenever they have something.
You bet. And you should always ask for an itemized statement too. For your retainer. If they say, we don't know what the final price will be, but, here's your retainer, and it's billable hours, then you want an itemized statement of every damn thing they've done. And they may charge you for a paper clip or everything else they send out too, but get an itemized statement.
Yeah, that shit gets expensive pretty quick.
Preparing copies, everything.
Yeah. They charge for all that stuff.
Yeah.
And, hell, I've got a doctor's office that charges $50 a page if you need some paperwork filled out.
50 cents a page?
$50.
$50 a page?
Yeah, they're pricks.
Yeah, that sounds like a prick.
If you've got...
I was thinking like if they needed to fax something over, they charge you 50 cents a page to fax something.
No, and I'll tell you, like FMLA paperwork, that's a flat $100 fee for them to put their fucking signature on it. It's a scam.
Oh, absolutely.
Most things are.
And
crazy.
Offering to give the doctor a hand job in
does that knock a little bit off?
It
probably
not at this
too.
location. It
No,
doesn't,
okay.
apparently.
It didn't
So
work
I can
out.
just tell you, it doesn't work at all these places. And I should have tried that at the heart hospital. Hey, before you run this catheter at me, you want me to,
Kind of work you over a little
spit
bit.
my hand, give the old Pakistani special, the old twisties.
Twisties. You and your damn twisties.
That's Bob. It came up with that shit with the twisties. But
Hey, do y'all remember Russell Brand?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Have y'all been paying attention to him at all lately?
No.
Okay.
I never paid attention to him when he was popular.
Yeah.
And if you are, that scares me.
No, actually, it's really cool. He's ended up, he's kind of quit all his acting stuff. He's still funny.
Well, he didn't quit. They just quit giving him things to
Well,
do.
They got tired of his shit.
he kind of stepped out. He said he started realizing that.
That's what drugs do for you, Brian.
Yeah, well, that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
His drugs really drove him the wrong way, and he realized it, and he finally got himself cleaned up, and then he realized, man, he just didn't like really being around a lot of people. He didn't like being in the light. Just something about it bothered him. Well, now he's got his own podcast, but also he does a bunch of shows. Like,
Well, there went half our listeners.
a couple. What? He actually does some shows for YouTube. I think he puts out a couple a day, and it's pretty freaking interesting to the fact that he just kind of, honestly, at this point right now, he could almost be a damn guru because the way he talks.
A guru of what?
Yeah.
Just a person
just
of
general wisdom?
Just a person of inspiration.
You know
and
what?
things like that. He's actually,
put it on a
I've been
blast.
listening to him for the last week, and he's actually very amazing. He makes total sense on a lot of things, and he brings actually some clarity to you, and it's actually really good to listen to. Why am I being looked at like that?
Me and Bob are just looking at each other.
But
You're
it's
going,
true, though.
Fucking Russell Brand. I'll have to check it out. Well,
No, it's actually really good. You should
I'll
just give
tell
him
you
a couple
another one.
episodes.
I'll
He's
tell you
really
another
good.
one. Another one that has really come around, who's actually made a pretty good comeback. I don't know how funny he is, but he's fairly funny.
Yeah.
He's trying. That's Steve-O. Steve-O.
Yeah,
from
he's got his own
Jackass.
podcast
He's
now,
coming to
doesn't he?
town.
Okay, do you know they're putting out a new movie that's coming out on October 23rd?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Bam's mad he's not in it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be their adult.
Ah, really? and Bam's not in it. But let me tell you,
he's fucked up.
let me tell you, Steve-O was drugged the fuck
Oh yeah,
out.
he's all cleaned up.
He's clean, and let me tell you, that journey's not an easy one.
No.
And so his story actually is really intriguing, and there's more to the guy
That's
than him
with
just
Russell
doing.
Brand. That's what
just
he was doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we see their persona, for whatever they're famous for, but then it's not the real
It's
person.
kind of like Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah,
he got
who's
old quick.
who is not that ain't who he is.
Right.
He's
No.
not. I ain't going to do. So
No.
Yeah.
He's that for an hour and a half on stage while he's getting paid.
you bet
Yeah.
paid well.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, he was actually one of the top comics for the longest time.
Oh yeah, and so was what's his name, Ron fucking
Ron White.
Yeah,
Yeah, we went
and
and
I was
saw him.
never a
He was
fan
really
of
good.
his whole like just it got on my nerves. I've seen some of his old stuff before he figured out his rode on the coattails of Jeff Foxworthy.
Yeah.
And I didn't think he was funny. I thought he was a dipshit.
The wife thinks he's hot.
Ew.
I don't know what the deal is. She thinks
Ron White?
No,
Yes.
see, Ron White's always been
It's
one of
'cause
my
about his
favorite
humor.
comedians.
I don't like him because that persona was so bullshitty, and sat there. He plays that thing, but he's playing it too hard. And I saw his shit before he had that persona. He wasn't no fucking better. I tell you, I liked him more than what I liked. Who was the clean guy that was in the Redneck Comedy Tour?
Oh, Jeff
Jeff
Foxworthy?
Engvall.
Oh,
Bill
Bill
Engvall.
Engvall.
yeah, he's good.
I thought Bill Engvall was the unfunniest motherfucker I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah.
Here's your sign. At least Jeff Foxworthy, who was clean, was pretty funny still.
right, yeah.
But I think the cleanest comedian or clean comedian that I think is the funniest is got to be what's his name? Blonde, tall, pale.
From the blue collar.
No, not blue collar. I've shifted gears to comedians
man,
that are
I
still
don't
popular.
know.
Jim Gaffigan.
Oh, Jim Gavin.
Oh yeah, I watched because you mentioned him a
Yeah.
while back, and I watched some of his stuff the other night. Yeah, he's pretty good.
He's pretty funny and he's clean.
Yeah, he is clean.
Sinbad was clean, but Sinbad sucked. Sorry, Sinbad.
Gallagher was clean, but he was a mess.
Gallagher was clean, but let me tell you, he was racist as fuck in person.
Was he really?
Yes, he came to Oklahoma City and he was talking some shit. He's like, so I made the mistake of going down Martin Luther King, Boulevard. And and the show's primarily white. He's in there smashing fruit and talking shit. He's like, y'all got some crazy ass N-word down here. And
He really said that?
Yeah, years ago.
Wow.
Years. And my aunt and some people went to it, and of course, she thought it was real funny because she was a cunt too. So, but
So you love your aunt.
and fuck her, and she can suck a cock.
All right.
I mean, I don't
Don't
know.
type that.
Maybe she can. Maybe she can. Oh, I hear she's found God now. So God bless her.
Oh, she go to prison?
No. That's we were talking about. God must live in prison because that's where most motherfuckers find him. But
Yeah.
but no, she found him. So good for her.
Yeah, good for her.
Prayers. Fuck off. So, and she's really not that bad of a person. I'm just a dick lately. No, I don't know. I just never cared for that part of the family.
We've all got parts of our family that we're like, if they're going to be there, I'll just
Blood's
not.
thicker than water. So's goddamn Heinz ketchup.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't give a
Concrete.
shit. Yeah, fuck it. So yeah, that part of the family just never was really close to.
The older I got, I realized that I actually stepped away from a lot of my family.
Yeah.
Now, some of it I regret now because of what it was, but my family was you guys.
Yeah.
And
families where we find
everybody.
it.
I mean, my friends were like family. 'Cause
Yeah.
Some of the family, I just didn't get along
Hey,
with them.
sometimes you got to make your own tribe.
Yeah,
I love a lot of many members of my family, but there's some that I could give a shit about.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's one, I had one member of my family, an aunt that I just always like to refer to as old mattress back, because that's the only way she'd ever have a fucking thing.
Right.
And she was really full of herself because she thought she was cute or something, but she was really just she was really just a self-absorbed twat. So, hey, there you go. Take that, you old bitch.
What you got, Bob?
I'm horrible today, ain't I?
You're on a roll today.
And what? I haven't seen these two particular aunts in so long. It just dawns on me, man.
Are they still with us?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
they're
still
still-
with us, but they must be really looking, older now. Because hell, look at me, I'm 50. So
Yeah.
so
Are they on your dad's side or your mom's side?
No, they're on mom's side.
Okay.
So now you know who you are, you bitches. No, I doubt they're listening to
You
this.
definitely are on a roll today because, earlier when we were waiting to be seated in the van, I was actually wishing that we would have had a camera and a microphone in there because you were on. There wasn't a damn person that passed in that damn parking lot that didn't get a bitching.
What about that motherfucker in the Infinity that parked like that?
Diagonal in the parking spot.
Yeah, that's
Asshat.
that self-absorbed, self-important bastard. Yeah, I don't care how I park, so he can waddle his fat ass into the restaurant and get him some chips and salsa.
Salsa.
So I did something the other day that was totally embarrassing driving.
Uh-oh.
Shit out the window.
No.
You're getting pretty good at those.
All right. So actually, it was close to your house.
Okay.
You know how every mile they've got stop signs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And an eighth of a mile to the stop sign, there's the yellow sign with the stop sign on it with the arrow that's, stop ahead.
Yeah.
I stopped at one of those the other day because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing.
Dude, I do that fucking shit all the time.
And I was like,
I'm the worst.
there was somebody behind me. I think they were trying to figure out what I was doing.
Yeah.
But I stopped at the stop ahead sign. I was like, I'm eighth of a mile from the intersection.
Yeah, I stopped at an intersection that didn't have any signs for that. Only the other traffic did.
I've done
and
that.
I stopped there and I was sitting there until the car behind me honked and I realized, what the fuck are you waiting on? There's no light. There's no stop sign. Were you waiting for the light? I don't know. I was just
We're just become conditioned to there being stop signs at intersections.
Our eyes see
old.
something, and then we lock on it because you could have seen a glare of another stop sign and pull up there, and you think a stop sign's there, but it's actually over there.
Okay, so if you're stopped at a stop sign,
right,
and a car has went so far past the stop sign that they're kind of hanging out in the intersection, but they're still stopped.
Yeah.
After they go, are you obligated to stop again?
No.
right. I guess not.
I mean, you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
you're
wasn't your
already there.
fault that they're 20 feet beyond that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
that's true.
I think, yeah.
But, it's
They
like,
done missed it.
are you going to get pulled over? You didn't stop at that stop sign. I was perfectly stopped at that stop sign.
It never failed when me and Giffen Chris would be out riding around. I'd pull up to a stop sign, and I don't know why I would just sit there like I'm waiting for it to turn green.
Were you high?
Right.
No, I wasn't high. He just looked at me and he goes, "You wait for it to turn green."
Yeah.
God dang it, I did it again. I
So just be in
haven't
your
stopped
own
at
little
him.
world, but yeah.
When I was teaching the kids how to drive, they like to creep up on stop sign.
Yeah.
It was like they'd get down to like 3 miles an hour, a quarter mile from the stop sign.
It
was
drives
like,
me nuts when people do that.
oh, it was like, are you creeping up on it? What are we doing here?
Or
You
people
know?
who like to hit a blinker and it takes 10 years to turn. That
You know,
drives me nuts.
I've had people bitch at me for not turning my blinker on. You need to turn your blinker on sooner. And I told her, you got to hang out. So.
Okay, I'm a big proponent of the blinker.
Oh, yeah.
I will use it even in parking lots whenever I'm not
Bob,
obligated
you damn well
to.
know that I'll use it in the middle of a fucking field at the alleged Satanic Church in the 76
we need to go back out
Cutlass.
there.
I have been. You can't. They've got it, blocked and part of that property sold. But because that still persists, the people out there are protective of the property.
Oh, really? Because people
All
are still
around
going
there.
out there?
People are still buying into that shit. But we were out there for the Satanic Church, supposedly. We're driving around in the Cutlass, and I went to make a turn, and I turned my blinker on, and we
In
were
the
laughing
middle of the
about it.
field.
Yeah, and
That's
then we were
awesome.
like, "Oh my God, is that a noose?" It was a tire swing, like
Right.
an inner tube tire swing by the pond.
Me, Chris, and Chris Cotton went out there, and someone else went out there in his old red Galaxy.
Yeah,
We pulled out there with Chris backed in. So we're like halfway through there, right? We're halfway pulling up through that dirt. I think it was dirt,
And for
wasn't
the
it?
people that don't realize what we're talking about, this is a big open field, and I think it may have had a barn on it.
A barn or some kind of church or some time
piece
to
of
burn
old
down.
house or something.
Yeah,
Yes.
but back when we were in junior high and high school, that was always referred to as a satanic church.
Yeah.
And I haven't ever heard of anybody being affiliated with
No.
that place.
I've heard some weird
And,
stories,
the,
but
the
this-
road was overgrown,
but they're
and
already
shit with trees.
stories.
Yeah,
Well,
mine's a true story. We were backing in, and all of a sudden, someone in an El Camino come creeping up behind us.
right?
And I remember I was in the back seat, and I don't know who was in the front, but Chris and they're watching the mirror, and I go, "Dude, they're getting out of the car." And he's like, "Oh, just hang on a minute." I said, "Dude, that guy's got a handgun." He goes, "Hang on a minute." And then I said, dude, that guy's, he had like a little hand arrow, like a little
yeah,
little
crossbow pistol.
little crossbow pistil.
Oh boy.
And we're
Because he
watching
didn't want
it.
to make any noise whenever he
I guess
shot
so.
you
And
through
I was
the
like,
throat.
dude, what are you waiting on? And he goes, hang on. So, man, I'm going to kill you, dude. Fucking floor it. And they got right up to the car and he hit it, threw dirt, gravel, and all kinds of shit all over, and we went flying out of there. Yeah.
So
Now, that was the
we've
story.
got a story.
And he was in the Ford.
The Galaxy.
Galaxy.
Oh, he was in the
Galaxy,
Galaxy.
yes,
No,
I love
okay.
that car.
He wasn't in the Tempo.
No, I went to
Okay.
Tempo. No, it was Galaxy.
Okay.
So we were in my Cutlass, and we had, that 1-2-story house that was like, seemed like it's vacant all the time.
Yeah, someone found
lived-
somebody's homework in there one
Yeah.
time.
We did.
That was
that
us.
you? Yes.
But it wasn't in that big house. We backed in, and there was a hedge there, and we backed into there, and we went to that old crappy abandoned house
Right.
that had a cellar. There was an old piano in there with a broken soundboard, and
Canned fruit.
there was like a jar, it looked like a fucking brain in it or whatever. Just
Oh,
crazy.
whoa.
And the homework of a dude
Right.
we went to school
And
with.
then the police showed up.
Well, yep. And then, so we're in there in that house, and all of a sudden a spotlight, and, and it's kind of brushy in the
Yeah.
woods, and we're like, fuck. And it goes on by. So we realize it's the police. Well, all they did was go up to where the road curves
Yeah.
and turn around
Yep.
and was waiting. We got in the Cutlass and took, we
No
go,
lights.
No, the three of us go running, and all of a sudden, we're running, and boom, I go trip over a root, and they pass it. I'm like, shit, and I get back up, and I jump into the Cutlass, and we take off, no lights and stuff. But here they fucking come.
Yeah.
And because they caught us under, I guess, getting under a streetlight or a break or something. But we outran those motherfuckers. And I swear we saw them at the gas station later. The Spencer police over there. Yeah.
Yeah, those guys are dicks over there.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
What they're 12 hours of fucking cleat training or
Right.
something. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they barely taught him how to tuck in their shirt.
Oh, shit.
So
There
was it just some papers of the guy from school, or was it like a book, a bag?
No,
anything?
just papers and shit, like his homework. But
That's
nobody,
weird.
nobody
it was
lived in.
basically if you moved out of a house and you just left
Yeah.
behind whatever you wanted to abandon.
But nobody
Yeah.
lived in that fucking house
Yeah,
for
so
a
what was
while.
this shit
Decades.
doing there?
I don't know. It was just strange. But that whole place was just weird anyway. The trees,
Yeah.
how they were overgrown. I drove out there here a while back. It don't look no fucking better. But down from that house,
I need to go
that big
visit.
house,
Yeah.
there's like a big old place out there, like horse corral on both sides and all kinds
somebody
of
brought some property cheap.
yeah.
You know
And
what we need to
those
do?
horses all satanic.
I think we should get one of these cameras.
It's in the brand.
And
Yeah.
I think us three should go visit and film us out there.
You can get out there and get charged with trespassing.
Eh.
We're too old to be arrested now at this point.
For trespassing.
Son of a
I mean,
bitch.
fuck. So if any of our listeners have some kids that are
Willing
under
to do this
under
for
the
us.
age of majority, we'll be glad to drop y'all off with a camera and y'all go film it. Out
We'll give you $20.
there. And what would have been the thing to fucking do is us park somewhere else every weekend and get out there in fucking robes and satanic bullshit. Just wait for other teenagers to show
give them
up,
a show.
scare the shit out
we
of
could
them.
we could get a small podium and a book. Just some old
And do chants.
I bet we can get like a steampunk journal,
Right.
so it looks all leathery. with-
Right, like
you
from
know,
that movie, The Witch, where she has to sign her fucking name. Yeah.
Get a couple fog machines.
I will guide thy hand. All right. Yeah.
But
Bob would just be trying to sleep with everybody. So
well, we need to get some gal to be the sacrifice.
Absolutely.
I've got a list, but I don't know that they volunteer.
If they involve Jesus. You know what? You got to wonder if the devil was to appear incarnate in person. Do you think he'd be slick and or alluring, or would he be some creepy motherfucker with a skullet? Hey man, I'm Satan.
Whatever Hollywood thought he should be at that particular time.
Right. I think he'd look very suave and
He
stuff
would.
like that.
He'd be very
Which would
slick.
mean I would immediately hate him. I'd be like, you fucking
All right,
pretty
do
boy.
you think this will work?
hang on a second.
Yeah, like
Oh,
that.
yeah, that would be perfect.
Have
right
them
there.
sign their name and shit in it. And they're
Right.
like, why does Satan's book have gears? Because it just does.
God, it's only $8.
It's a paperback. It's just printed on. It's not like real.
Oh, okay. All right. No wonder it's got bad ratings.
I noticed that. I noticed that after I pulled it up that it's just printed on.
That's
okay,
funny.
Yeah, there you go.
but
So-
here we could do something like this. There.
There you go.
Now that
Yeah.
looks.
Oh, it's got a key too.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes
A
it
key
more
to the
authentic.
crypt.
Oh yeah, that looks like some fucking sparkly vampire bullshit.
Yeah,
Twilight
exactly.
Shit right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we
Buffy would be happy.
yeah, and we can make them sign their name in it. And I hate to throw that spoiler out there for that movie, The Witch, but it's been out now for several years. And if you haven't seen that movie, The Witch,
I haven't.
motherfucker, watch
Is it good?
Yes,
Scary.
yes. Well, it's creepy as fuck.
Okay, the first 40 plus years of my life, I didn't care much for horror movies.
Yeah.
They weren't that good to me. But here lately,
Yeah.
I've caught up on all the Conjuring series.
Those
Yes,
are
the
awesome.
Conjuring series was good.
I watched
Very good.
last night. I was at the theater watching Old.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a movie about people that go out on this beach, and the next thing they start aging rapidly.
It must be a nude beach
It is not.
because that's all you see out there.
Yeah.
But it's very. They did it really well.
Really?
Is it M. Night Shyamalan?
Okay. Yeah,
So-
yeah. His new deal.
Yeah.
I like a good horror movie, but it's hard to find, and it's usually that's why The Conjuring was good, or the shit that surprises you,
Right.
And that's why I like The Witch, because it was creepy as fuck.
But have you seen the
I like
new
creepy.
Saw movie, Spiral?
I have not.
I never
Okay.
got into the whole Saw thing.
I didn't either, but this had Chris Rock and
Motherfucker owes taxes or something. Alimony.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, really?
God dang it.
And-
How many movies that guy motherfucker going to be in?
All of them.
Hey, man,
damn.
I love Samuel.
I
L.
can't
Jackson.
stand him.
I love
Why?
that motherfucker.
No, okay, let me back up. It's not that I personally don't like him. It's just, God dang, he's in everything. Star Wars. They put him in Star Wars. Figure
Yeah,
out something
motherfucker.
else.
Right. Did
Figure
you
out
know that
something-
Mace Windu.
Did you know that he got to pick that purple lightsaber?
Really?
Yes, and he always wanted to be in it, and he always knew his lightsaber would be purple.
It's like his
That's-
character was always the same. I
Yeah.
don't like him much as an actor.
Look, Yoda, motherfucker.
And Nick Fury. Come on.
Yeah, no shit, right?
All
Yeah.
the Marvel movies.
Yeah, I mean, great.
Every Capital One commercial.
I mean, he made a great Nick Fury. You can say what you want, but I love Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, you got him on nerves.
And Pulp Fiction. Come
Come on, man. God damn.
Well, in Pulp Fiction, yes, that was in his earlier days. That's when it was awesome.
And
That's
I
a
gotta
great
tell you,
character.
that's what turned his career, I think.
I know, but
Really?
like every
Yeah.
it's like every movie that came out, and he was in it for something. It's like, God dang, man, how many times?
Well, there's been so much, but it's like Travolta. God damn, he's such a
yeah, he's a
Bald.
but he was good in Pulp Fiction.
Oh, Pulp Fiction was there to me.
That was-
They're
that was
two
his
prime
comeback.
movies.
Right
that
there.
was his comeback. Well,
Yeah.
okay.
And he did that stupid Angel movie.
I don't know that I'm
Michael.
necessarily a Tarantino
Face
fan.
Off. Yeah.
Some of the things he does to me does just
He's overrated, in my opinion.
I
but-
know. He's kind of a douche, too.
Yeah, he is a
And
douche.
You're
So-
listening to that, Quentin.
so but
Secretly, I love you, Quentin.
it seems like the people that were like, okay, that was a good Bruce Willis resurgence.
Yes.
John
yes.
Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson,
Sure.
not Mia, Uma Thurman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about
Marcellus Wallace?
What about what's her name? God dang, Leah.
Yeah, Thompson.
No, not Leah Thompson. Shit, I'll think of it in a minute. She was in
Okay.
Hateful Eight as the crazy girl.
Oh yeah, I don't know who that. Yeah, the Hateful Eight.
Come on, you know who she is. She did a nude scene in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh, that chick.
Not
Yeah,
the girl
everybody
that climbed
knows
out
her.
of the pool.
No, the other girl, the one that was on the couch with old boy in the movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Sarah. Was it
No,
Sarah?
no, it wasn't Sarah. It was
Jennifer.
Jennifer Jason
Jennifer
Leigh.
Jason Leigh.
There it is. Yes.
There you go. She was in it. And if you'll notice that scene,
She's still a cutie.
do you know where she goes when he busts the guitar and she goes, whoa, 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 whoa? That was unscripted. Do you know why? That guitar was a period piece, an actual, honest to God, one of a kind Martin guitar that they borrowed from a fucking museum, and they were supposed to switch it out with the one, and
Oh,
they didn't switch it
shit.
out. And Kurt
Busted
Russell
it.
busted it into shreds. That museum will no longer loan out anything to anyone.
Oh, I
but
imagine they
read
won't.
about that. That's why she's like, whoa,
Yeah, because
whoa,
them
whoa.
Martin
Which
guitars
movie?
are not cheap.
Which movie was this?
The Hateful Eight.
Oh, the Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
Okay.
And man, so that was a real fuck up.
Wow.
Good
did not
job,
know that.
Quentin.
Yeah, everything I've seen him in, he's just kind of a douchebag.
You know, there was that one movie,
Ving Rhames.
Ving Rhames,
With Marcellus Wallace.
Yeah. And you
Yeah,
know, I
him
liked
too.
Ving Rhames.
Harvey Keitel.
Yeah, as
Christopher Walken.
Yeah, Christopher Walken. About with the watch scene, about how he hid that in his anus.
And
Yeah.
the scary thing is he doesn't get as much credit for that as he does cowbell.
Yeah. Let me tell you. I mean, come on, Christopher Walken. Well, everyone loves Walken because of how he talks and stuff. He's just a funny guy.
Yeah, he is.
And
For dry humor, yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
So it could be that.
Did John Travolta ever finally come out and admit he was gay? I've always read they say he's gay. Is he or is he
I
not?
don't.
Well-
Probably. Fuck. Who knows?
He's got kids.
Yeah. And the neat thing about it is, fuck it. Maybe he's bi. I don't care. But
I mean, it's his own business.
during that
It's just I'm always
downtime,
saying-
he went and got his commercial fucking pilot's license.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not talking about freight hoppers. We're talking 747.
You bet.
He
Yeah.
could
He
He
went
could
for
go
it
to
all.
work for American fucking Airlines.
Well,
Oh,
I think
wow,
he's
that's
probably
pretty
past
awesome.
the age limit at this point.
Yeah, but I mean, he has his own plane. He had that place where he could pull his goddamn, what was it, a 747?
it was a 747.
up to the, it's like
he had his
damn.
own runway.
Yeah.
So he could probably fly better than Larry.
Well, at least up to this point in time. And for,
That was wrong.
Fly high, Larry.
oh,
Higher.
yeah, much higher.
Damn.
So, my mom used to
Holy-
date a guy
God damn, we're all going to that.
that owned a plane, and this guy
I
probably
worked on that fucking plane. That one. I cut.
Now
I cut.
we know what
I
happened.
cut the aluminum.
cord.
No, I cut the aluminum baffles that go fit around the jugs, and then have that heavy rubber material that forms a shroud because that engine is air cooled.
Right.
So it has to come through that channel. But those aluminum, they fit around the jugs, which are basically the cylinders and stuff that stick out, and they're intricate cut, and they're real worn the hell out. And you apparently couldn't get a replacement for them, so they have to be custom made. And he said, "Do you think you can do this?" So he gave me aircraft grade aluminum sheeting, and I used a nibbler and a Dremel and shit like that, and the old ones as a template.
Right.
And you could see where they were worn in places, and made new ones, made the bends. There was one part I couldn't make. I took it to a sheet metal shop, and he said, "Shit, I don't know how I'm going to make that." He said, "I can do a stamping thing that'll basically kind of make it into a half round, but it'll have these wavy ridges." And I said, "Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I just need it to, it has to block this area." And we did all that shit.
No, that's pretty cool.
Incidentally, it was not the cooling of the engine that caused the fucking crash.
Okay, that's what I was checking on.
And it crashed several years after I'd worked on the mother. So, yeah, I'd go down there and, to work on that damn thing. I got pictures of us working on it.
But just a word of advice to anybody that cares: don't tinker with your own plane and then take it for a test flight just to see how it's going to do.
Yeah. I mean, the guy he was with was
that's not very
experienced.
smart.
They had to get a recertification or something. But they realized they had a problem after they took off. And Larry always told me the first rule of what you do if something goes wrong is fly the plane.
Yeah.
So that's what they tried to do, and they tried to get above, and they hit a wire, and it flipped the sumbitch over and just slammed them to the ground.
That's awful.
Because if you read the report, that's what happened. They gunned it because it's too late to abort.
Right.
So they had no choice, and they tried to gain altitude, and it hit that wire, and that was the end of it.
Wow.
Yeah. It
One
was,
wire.
It was nasty.
That's crazy.
Well, one guy walked away.
Yeah, well,
That's amazing.
He
Not
got
walked away.
He got pulled out. He was still alive.
He got
but,
dragged
and
away.
he was burned, and
Yeah.
Larry was gone. So
Aw.
that is not Larry's first crash. Let me tell you.
No.
He had several.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He had several. He had one in Alaska that they did that they all walked away from, and it destroyed the plane. And later, the Department of Interior sent a letter to the owner of the plane that said, "Please remove your trash from our pristine forest." And so they all flew back out there and buried it in a pit after they burned it.
Wow.
Oh,
because
wow.
the plane was destroyed
there's no way you
completely.
can get it out
They
there
went
anyways.
hunting. He showed me pictures and everything, and I mean they ended up it was because of icing on and they ended up in the river because they were going to scatter around because there's a friend of his who was a bush pilot who worked for Bush Pilot Service. So Larry didn't crash that one, but he'd been through it. But he did crash one of the planes when he was going to land there at the runway at his place, and a crosswind came and he bam hit the wing and folded the spar up just as they were landing. And he had he had his kids and everything in there. That was way
so that wasn't his first rodeo that he
he
was
made
his
a few
last
crashes.
rodeo.
Yeah, but that was the end of it.
That makes sense. Yeah. All right. Hey, y'all want to take a quick break?
No.
Fuck no, I guess not.
All right.
We can take a break if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to play the music that I played a minute ago. Y'all hear it?
I never heard it.
Let's hear it. Whose garage sale did we visit this time?
Ah, damn, now it ain't going to play.
Oh, boy.
All right, anyways, we're going to break.
All
Be
right.
right back.
The guys are recycling their drinks and we'll be right back. Five, four,
3, 2, 1.
we are
Blast
at the bar.
off.
We are at the bar.
Like Bob's not even there.
We are there for your fucking pleasure.
I am back.
Let us
All right.
massage your prostate.
All right, hey, everyone out there listening, you see the phone number out in the corner, give us a shout.
Down in the corner.
Come on, I'm
Even,
tired of Jason being the only caller. So what do you say when you call?
And make sure, you got to say, long time listener, first time caller. All excited and shit. And be like, I was wanting to comment. Y'all were talking about earlier. Fuck you. And then hang up.
Well, last week I wanted to have one of Jason's girlfriend's friends from Florida call in and say something to the effect of, well, I would have called in earlier, but that one guy was there.
That one
Would have
guy.
been awesome.
You were gone last week?
Oh yeah. Y'all are funny. Hey, you know what I did the other day? I went on the Wayback Web Machine. You ever been there?
Oh, yeah, the Internet Wayback Machine.
Yeah, I found my old radio station's website still on there, part of it. Star Dog Radio.
No shit.
Yeah, and then I downloaded a couple of the logos because I don't have them anymore.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I used to have all kinds of audio bits and stuff, and I lost them over the
God
years.
damn, it's creepy. It's just never gone.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah,
Some Star Dog, huh?
yeah, Star Dog Radio.
Fucking A.
Yeah,
That's
it
awesome.
was awesome to see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to look up some old porn sites.
Yeah. I showed the wife, said, "Hey, look at this. Isn't this cool?" And she's like, "Yeah, that's pretty cool." And she went back to her phone. It's like, "Oh man,
Right?
Yeah, he was living and breathing that thing there for a long time.
Oh, dude, I did, man.
He
Man,
put his heart and soul into
we
it.
ran that thing for 5 years. We were in Spin Magazine.
Yep.
We done a promotional thing with Dennis Leary.
Wow.
We done a thing with Beetlejuice. We were on
Do you
Fox
still have those
News.
promos available?
No, dude, I can't find them. They're gone.
God damn.
We done a thing with we were on Fox News, and one of the coolest things was the guy that was doing our afternoon shows. He actually got Ben Folds from Ben Folds 5 to actually go out on stage wearing one of our shirts.
Really?
And before he
Yeah.
sat down and played, he goes, "Hey, you guys ever heard of Star Dog Radio?" And then he just sat down and started playing. And he had a shirt
Fucking
on.
A.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I think that's really great that you said he got Ben Folds from Ben Folds 5.
Well,
Right.
yeah,
was
I
like,
don't-
What? He's not in the Bob Jones trio.
well, it used to be Ben Folds 5, then went to Ben Folds.
right.
He changed it. He changed
He's
the
done
band
some
name.
collabs with Ricky Skaggs on where they do the bluegrass version of some songs.
Oh,
and
really?
stuff.
No, I haven't seen
yeah,
that.
but I
Yeah.
believe Ben Folds did. And
I can live
I think
without
it was.
that.
And I know that, or maybe it was. I know. Shit.
The only person that I ever want to hear bluegrass from is Alison Crowley.
Yeah, she's on.
Have you heard what the Foo Fighters are doing now? They have started. They've got an album coming out called the DGs, and they're doing nothing but disco music.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Oh, wait a minute. The wife I just got in trouble. What'd she say? Only because you've showed me everything before more than once.
that logo and shit? Look, honey. And she's like, great.
I probably have showed her 4 or 5
that
times.
25.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you wooed her into a relationship, Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had an internet radio station. I was one of the pioneers of internet radio, which is true.
Yeah, I was. Actually, I can claim that. Yes, I can. Yeah, I can
that
claim
was.
that.
It was early days of that,
Yeah.
That was back in the days I was trying to build a business selling websites, and I couldn't get any traction in Oklahoma because everybody I talked to said, there's no money in the internet.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, I'll look at it.
But yeah, I mean, you know,
No money
now
in
you
the
got, like,
internet.
Yeah.
iHeart fucking radio and shit like that.
Yeah, it wouldn't have lasted. I remember one time we were kind of close, but we lost our connection. They ended up picking a station called Frank radio to do on satellite radio, but we were in the list.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, but
Man.
of course we didn't get it.
That would have been
obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been cool. We had a lot of fun doing that though. That's
You
a lot
know,
of fun.
when
Do you guys? Go ahead.
I was just going to say on this comment, only because you showed me everything before more than once, you know that our mind automatically went through, what is she talking about? Because she's probably seen everything on all of us in disgusting ways that she never wanted
She
to ever
has
have
seen
to
them
see.
more, the two
Yes.
of you, than she's ever wanted to see in her life.
Yes, that's why immediately I thought, what's she talking about? And then I went,
Which
oh,
part?
yeah, she's talking about your logos. But it took me a second. You cannot tell me your mind didn't go, oh, shit, what's she talking about? What did we say?
So back to the radio thing. Do you guys ever get called up from Nielsen wanting you to list your radio?
Everybody
listing?
calls you. Everybody calls you, don't they?
Yeah.
I have had a contact
No, I
over a
haven't.
Nielsen thing before.
Yeah.
And I had one where years back they sent me like these 2 salad dressings with a plain label, A and B.
Yeah.
And then shit like I used to get shit like that all the time, and I'm just like, I wouldn't do the survey. I'd be like, well, I'll be having A and B salad dressing. It says absolutely, and we're done talking before I have PTSD.
So,
No shit.
So a couple of weeks ago, I got a call from Nielsen asking if I would write down my radio listing
Yeah.
for a week, and they sent me a thing, and it's a journal, and you put down I was listening from this time to this channel, and I was either in my home, in my car.
Right.
I only listen to the radio in the car.
I don't even listen to any radio stations.
I don't anymore either. Well, ever since I've had the Sirius, they gave it to me for like 3 months. I was like, all right, I'll take it. I listen to Howard Stern constantly.
I don't even listen to satellite radio.
Oh, Howard Stern's the best.
I will
He's still
listen
good.
to satellite radio before I will ever listen to regular radio, just for the
Absolutely.
simple fact that there is no car commercials in satellite radio.
Well, you bought the
0.9%
some.
APR financing.
Well, Stern's
Fuck
got
off.
some on his.
Huh?
Stern's got some commercials on.
I don't
his.
listen to. I only listen to music.
Oh, okay.
So
And-
yeah,
okay,
I
ever
listen
since I've
to
been-
my.
I've-
They have an MTV Party to Go station.
They do.
Holy shit.
It's called Pop Rocks.
Pop rocks.
Yeah, it's pop
you
songs.
get
rock
rickrolled every
songs.
third fucking song.
It's rock
Yeah.
songs that
Never
became
gonna
party
give
hit,
you
pop
up.
hits.
Yeah, I listen to Amazon Music. Sometimes podcasts, whatever. The only radio station I listen to, I've got to be honest about. I do listen to some radio. It's KGOU because it has NPR. And I get to hear the BBC World News, which stands for British Broadcasting Corporation, not Big Black Cock like I originally thought, because there was
That's the reason you
absolutely
listened.
no news about Big Black Cocks. I figured that out pretty quick.
Right.
And they all sounded English, and then I looked it up, and it was the BBC World Service.
And then it was informative.
Yes. I like NPR shows, some of the shows like Wait, Don't Tell Me and all that.
I've never listened to NPR.
Intellectual, the type of girl that you find in the library.
Yep.
And she cries after sex, that type of girl.
I listen to more YouTube stuff than I do anything else.
Well, whenever Nielsen sends you their diary that you wanted to fill out for a week, they send you like 2 crisp dollar bills
Why?
as a incentive thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Well, at least they're
And,
crisp.
and then a couple of days later, you'll get an envelope from them. It's got another $1. It's like, please remember to fill out your survey. Here's $1.
Yeah.
And then, right before it's due, you get another envelope, and it's got like another $1 or $2 in it.
So it costs $4 to mail it back.
No, you just drop
I know.
it.
I'm just making a joke.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, okay, all you need to do is follow around the mailman whenever he's delivering whatever Nielsen surveys, and that's pretty much a paycheck.
Oh, man, that's a
Fuck
lot of
that.
money.
Just be the mailman then and say, here's a Nielsen service. Thank you.
Either that or fill them out.
You remember that time it was a few years back here in Oklahoma, but that mail carrier, they caught that motherfucker dumping loads of mail in the dumpster.
I don't blame them.
Yeah, no shit.
Some of the mail they get.
Okay,
Yeah.
especially if you ever get on the Uline catalog list.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's endless.
It's
They
like
sell
it's
all
like a
their-
1980s telephone book,
Yeah.
and that son of a bitch comes like every 2 months. It's like I know your website. I can look you up any product I
Yeah.
want, but here comes that catalog, and I pull it out of the mailbox and it goes straight in the trash can on my way into the door. It never even comes in the house.
I bought a book years and years and years ago, decades ago, about identity changing. Don't ask me why. All those methods that are in that book
I
are
would've
now
never thought to ask you why.
horrifically outdated. This
Yeah.
is pre-internet, but it was very informative. And it talked about some very simple ways to establish identity that would lead to you being able to put, to actually get an actual identity in that name.
Right.
But it talked about how your name and your information is sold. It was one of the early things where it talked about data mining and things like that, which was all mail back then. This was pre, modern internet. This wasn't even, I don't even think
pre-intermail,
I don't even think I didn't even have internet at that point. And one of the things it said to do is, if you would like to see how it proliferates, send off you get something in the mail or find something that says, send for our free catalog or our free our information, and put down any name you want, an address, and then put at the end of your address, Suite B. And, Suite A or Suite B or whatever. It doesn't matter. The mailman will still deliver it.
Right.
And he said, and then everything then that comes after, either in that name or for Suite B, is all from that original thing you sent in.
Yep.
And it's amazing the sheer amount of mail, and for years how long you'll get it that say Suite B, because I tried it. And I switched all my mail, for many years to a post office box. I did not have a home address that I used except on my driver's license. Well, and I had for years shit for Suite B from sending off for one thing. And like I said, when I finally switched again away from a mailbox, I didn't forward all my mail. All I did was forward the things I know I needed to forward. And then that stopped that. But it was for years. Insane the amount of list, how old some of these lists are, that they sell. They'll sell lists that have your information from 10 years back, 10, or 20, whatever.
Easy.
Yeah. But now the internet allows them to update a little bit more. But back in the day, insane how much data is used and how much is sold. So that's why these companies, we never sell your information or something like that. Yeah, that's nice.
Okay, back in 1994,
right?
I ordered a mapping software package.
Okay.
To this day, I am still getting magazines from that software company. I have tried every way in the world to get off of their mailing list, and they will not remove me. And I don't know.
You are their only fucking customer.
Yeah. He'll buy again. He'll buy again.
He'll need us again.
I've looked. I've looked for a phone number. I've tried to call them.
Should they take a clue from maybe from Nielsen and send you some crisp $1 bills?
Well, okay. Every 3 or 4 months, I get a catalog from them.
Wow.
Okay, from 1995 to now is what, 26 years?
Yeah.
And if I'm getting 3 or 4 catalogs a year from these folks, they've already paid more.
Yeah, in
postage and printing.
Yeah.
To my catalogs than what I ever spent on their.
Is there a return address?
There is.
Okay, take the catalog you get, throw in a box, shit on it, close the box up, mail it to them. Maybe they'll get the point.
And then they shit on it and send it back to you.
Yeah, and then it turns
this is the way he wants it now.
Okay, so also in some of that subversive literature I was reading back in the day, one of the things to do is when companies send you a already post, self-addressed stamp or whatever you want to call it. In other words, postage paid envelope to return for free information or whatever. Yeah. You should always put a note in there that says, go fuck yourself. And then don't even put a return address, just mail it to them. Back. And they have to pay for that postage.
What happens if you tape that to a cinder block and set that into your mailbox with the flag up?
I think it's only for Class A.
Oh.
So they wouldn't pick it up.
Okay, shit in the envelope, seal it.
Smear some punch bait, catfish punch bait. It'll never make it past the post office. They'll toss it. But I'm telling you, they have to pay for this postage.
But okay.
So you should always say, it says, for official use only. I'm officially telling you to go fuck yourself. Well, okay, and I want to cost you the cost of postage for annoying me and giving me something I've got to throw away.
I used to always put return to sender.
That Cologuard company, they send you a box and you take a stool sample,
right?
Seal it up, send it back to them. There's a mailing label. I had to do this a few months back,
right?
And I thought after I'd sent mine back, wouldn't it have been funny if I just photocopied that postage paid mailing label, and every time I had to go, just
send them a box.
Just go in a box, tape it up, throw that mail up, drop it off at UPS, and be on my way.
There you go. Must be the same people who issue Oprah Winfrey's magazines. I've tried to cancel more than once.
Yes.
Nobody escapes Oprah.
We went for almost 3 years that followed us.
Yeah.
We don't know how we got it, but to get started, well, Annie would just throw them away.
Oprah knows.
Yeah, she knows.
And,
so what I would do,
and so does Dr. Phil, since they're lovers.
I started getting where like she threw it away, I'd take it out of the trash can when she wouldn't look, and I'd go put it underneath her pillow. She'd go to lay in bed at night. She goes, "What the hell is this? God dang it!" And I'd put it under the sheet. I've left it in her car seat.
Oprah's magazine is the we've been trying to reach you about your car's warranty.
No. Okay, so basically, you perfected the in-home technique for what they've been able to do on the outside world for years.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd piss her
We're
off.
going to figure out a way to find you no matter where you are.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
You just were on a
Her
smaller
friend
scale.
Gail searches you motherfuckers down for
Yeah.
fucking Oprah.
Gail.
What's the deal with Stedman? Is she still porking Stedman?
I hope so.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
that
care.
woman! I hope she's getting her groove on every single day.
I hope that Stedman is pouring the fucking meat to her right now. I always liked Stedman because he was confident enough where he's like, yeah, I know she's the big shit, but you know what? I'm not threatened. Stedman had that BDE, that big dick energy. You either got it or you don't.
Yeah, he was just he just had a little swagger to him.
That's it. Stedman got the BDE.
Yep. So
And my girlfriend's Chewini has the BDE. That little motherfucker struts it. And he's
wait until snow hits.
I'm telling you, he'll leave a trail.
Yeah, but it'll be a cold trail.
It'll be.
Are you proud of him?
I'm proud of him because he struts around. He knows.
He knows he's got.
He knows he's hung like a much larger dog.
Yeah.
And the balls to prove it. And he is DTF. Let me tell you. He needs to find a female Chewini and
Or a stallion.
anything. He'll not right the fuck up in it.
Every time I hear about big balls on a dog, reminds me of the movie with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah, where this English bulldog, they jerked him off into the eclairs. And I like when he's like when the guy bites into it, he's like, it's still warm, but he's pouring it in there and shit.
And then there's pictures at the bottom of the basket.
Yeah,
That was
exactly.
so gross.
Or when he's fucking that one girl after her, his girlfriend leaves, that one
Yeah.
geeky one. She's like, P.S. Great room. He's hitting it from behind. He's like, P.S. Shut the fuck up. That was fucking hilarious. Yeah,
that's a
P.S.
good
Great
movie.
room.
Yeah.
It was a great movie.
Do not-
when he fucking slips off the oil, with his guy, the little guy from
Van
India.
Wilder, wasn't it?
Van Wilder.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the big old bottle of Colon Blow.
Yeah. So if you're looking for an early Ryan Reynolds film that doesn't involve
Yeah, action or whatever.
Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's a good one.
yeah, absolutely.
He was also good in Bennigan's. Was
What
it
is a
Bennigan's?
waiter?
No, wait. No,
Bennigan's is a restaurant. They made a great. What was that? Monte
Shenanigans.
Cristo?
That was the name of it. It was kind of a little breakaway from that.
Well, he was in that
Shenanigans.
that television show, Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place. And then they
Really?
well, let's Google that shit.
I don't know who that is. No
okay.
idea.
And then they changed the name to just Two Guys and a Girl, and they dropped the and a Pizza Place.
Oh, I did not know that. Interesting.
It's not really, but yeah, Two Guys in a Truck. No, Two Guys in.
Yep. Ryan Reynolds played a character named Berg.
Yep. Sure did.
What was the show about? I don't ever remember.
Two Guys, a
Two
Girl,
Guys,
and
a
a
Girl.
Pizza Place.
Isn't that self-evident?
Well, yeah,
Brian?
but I mean, still.
And when the show started, David
Cosbys. I didn't know what that was
Ogden
about till you
Stiers-
watched it.
No, David Ogden Steers was in the show too. Played a character on it, but they dropped him after a season, I think. You know who
Really?
David Ogden Steers was?
No.
Winchester from MASH.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
No wonder they dropped him.
I always liked him.
He was too dry and
Oh, I know. He played such a dick, but he actually played a humorous part. What about the movie Better Off Dead with John Cusack? He played the dad, and he talked to, David Ogden Steers played Cusack's dad, and he was hilarious in
Yeah.
the role.
Better Off Dead. Is that the one I want my $2?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yes,
Classic.
man. Yeah, exactly.
okay.
Ricky. Okay, when he goes to the prom, the lightning and the doors slam open, and there's Ricky standing there.
Okay, so that movie had the girl, the French exchange student, Monique.
Yes.
Okay, I had never seen until about 2 months ago the previous movie that she played in, which was The Last American Virgin.
I did not know that.
Have you seen that movie?
No.
Okay. Apparently,
I lived it.
yeah, we all
Yeah, we all lived.
we
it.
all lived it.
Yeah.
Except for Jason, he was getting more ass in my bedroom whenever I was a teenager than I was.
You whore.
Quantity, not quality.
Uh,
I
but
shouldn't
anyway,
say that.
where was I at?
I don't know. Someone
we were
said
talking
ass
about
and
Last
you just went
American
blank.
Virgin.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
she
A lot of
was-
people were so offended by her character in A Last American Virgin that they didn't like her in Better Off Dead. That was a turnoff for them to even see the movie Better Off Dead because she was played such a horrid, and it's nothing against the girl. She's brilliant, but her character in the Last American Virgin movie, she was just that bad that nobody wanted to see her in the next one.
So,
Yeah.
so that means she was a hell of an actress.
Well, they couldn't bridge the gap between her being so bad in that one and her being just the normal French American exchange student that can work on cars and will do you Frenchly.
Yeah. Well,
So
also in that movie,
I hope
Better Off Dead, was Curtis Armstrong, who's most famous for playing Booger on the Revenge of the Nerds.
Yes.
But he was his friend, and he was and that one, the preppy guy, he's like, okay, I need a volunteer or whatever, and he points at the girl that's standing beside him, and he's like, you'll make a nice little helper. And what's your name? And he's like, Charles DeMar, and he's like, shut up, geek. So the girls used to do that all the time. You'll make a nice little helper. What's your name? And when they say anything, I'll be like, shut up, geek. And so they know that, but they probably never seen the movie.
You remember the two guys that learned English? They're Asian guys that learned
Asian
English
guy,
from watching Howard Cosell on Wild World of Sports or
the
whatever.
guy's name
Yes,
was
I
Lane,
remember that.
whatever,
That was pretty
three-time loser. That was a great movie, man.
Yes, it was.
Oh, it had so many good, but apparently it was kind of a box office flop. It didn't
I
really,
don't think it
bad,
did very
yeah.
well.
it didn't gain.
Usually,
its
a lot of
traction.
movies like that will sometimes they flop, but they always end up becoming cult classics.
Well, it's kind of like
later on.
Clerks. Clerks was
Right, $20,000
Okay.
fucking to make movie or
And
something.
they made a lot of money though.
I saw Clerks in the theater.
Wow.
I don't know how or why I wanted to see that movie, but I knew it was only playing in one theater in the city, and it was up on Memorial Road, which is 20 miles away.
Yeah.
I had to bypass 8 different theaters to get to this one.
Right.
And I actually tried to get everybody I know. I was like, hey, anybody want to go to the movies? And I could get no takers to go see Clerks. So here I am driving my ass up to Memorial Road, watching this thing all by myself because nobody would go with me.
Right.
And it's this black and white movie, and
Yeah.
trying to explain to somebody in 1980 something, whenever it came out.
Right.
Hey, I'm
It was
going
the
to go.
90s, wasn't it?
I think it was early 90s.
Yeah, maybe it was early 90s.
Probably
Early
like 94.
Clerks was
I'm gonna take a stab at-
1994. Wow, later than I thought.
Oh, hey, I was
Okay,
right.
so I was what, 22?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, the good old days.
Right.
So here I am watching Clerks by myself in the theater, black and white movie, and then trying to explain to people how good it was. And then for all these motherfuckers, 6 months later, whenever it hits DVD or VHS or whatever it came out on,
Yeah,
they're
all
like,
of a sudden they're
come check out this new movie, Clerks.
I already went and saw
It's
you,
like,
jackass.
I saw it the big screen, pricks.
it was definitely Jay and Silent Bob that made the fucking movie.
Oh, yeah, it
I mean, they
yeah.
really made the movie for
Randall.
Except when they would, Dante, whenever they're talking about his girlfriend or whatever, they'd all make the sucking sound, and stuff.
Well, she was the one that said she sucked 37 dicks.
Yeah.
He could not get over that in that movie. It just tore him up.
Well, especially when he said, including me.
Yeah, like at that point, like that one makes the difference.
You know what cracked me up? Randall kind of reminded me of Bob.
Really?
The way he talked, the way he was, reminded me of you.
I wouldn't be that crass.
Right?
You can be.
I can be, but I have to
Not
be.
all the time.
But I'm not going to be sitting at the ordering the list of porn movies whenever a gallon or toddler's standing there wanting, happy, pappy, puff and stuff or whatever. Do y'all remember that particular scene?
Yeah.
Where he's sitting there wanting, I need 2 dicks and a chick, anal gushers, and he's rattling off 12 other porn movie titles that are just bizarre. fisting for 3, and all this stuff. And then at the end, and I need a happy puffy something for the little 3-year-old that's sitting over there. Yeah.
Well, Jay and Silent Bob were also in Dogma.
Yeah, that was a good movie. Yeah.
But I read years later that Randall was too embarrassed to actually do that scene. The guy that played Randall was too embarrassed to rattle off that list of porn movies with the girl and the kid standing there. And so if you actually watch it, you will see whenever he's rattling all that off, he's the only one in camera, and they make it look like she's standing right there next to him, but she's not even.
Wow, for the character he played, and he was embarrassed to do that.
That's hilarious.
Now the second movie, y'all saw the second one, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I actually didn't.
Dude, it's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Where they drop the casket on the floor at the wake.
Well, no, that was the wasn't that the first one?
Oh yeah, that was the first one.
No, the second one where they ended up working at the restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a fast food joint, and it was actually pretty freaking funny.
The movie world
bad.
What about Clerks 3?
Clerks 3? I didn't know there was a Clerks 3.
4 days ago, they're talking to Kevin Smith threequel acquired by Lionsgate. In Clerks 3, following a massive heart attack, Randall enlists Dante, Elias, Jay, and Silent Bob to make a movie immortalizing his life. Jesus.
Holy
come
shit.
on,
Sounds like they're digging.
Smith, can't you come up with anything?
Yeah, it sounds like he's
else?
digging on that one.
Man, I don't know. It maybe
so Randall's not going to be in it, I guess, basically.
No, it says Randall enlists, so.
Yeah, but he's dying, though. I mean,
I don't know.
On the way you read it, I thought it sounded like he died.
Yeah, it's
well, I think that's been out for a while, isn't it? Or is it just?
Know.
I don't know either.
They acquired the vast majority, blah, 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 something I don't know. But
I don't know either.
Speaking of funky porn names, so one time we go to Lubbock, Texas. Bob and I and his brother and his mom, and we go down there to see his aunt and his uncle, Bev and Doug. And they have a little house. It's like a shed, but it's been turned into like a little guest house.
Yeah.
So we go down there. But Uncle Doug takes us to the strip bar.
Fully nude in the back of a porn shop.
Yes.
I think I heard this story, maybe.
And they had a liquor store next door, so they weren't able to sell liquor in the strip club, but you went next door to the liquor store,
which was the county line, because Lubbock's a dry county.
Yeah.
The county over is not. So you buy the beer, and they give you free setups. They'd ice your shit.
Oh, they wasn't free.
Yeah, I thought it was free.
No.
Really? Okay, so they give you setups.
So they basically bring an ice tub, a big galvanized tub, over to your table, and you pack it full of your beer or whatever you drink. Yeah. And if you're drinking mixed drinks, then they'll bring you Cokes and that kind of stuff. And
yeah, for some reason I thought they did the setup on the beer free, but shit, I don't know. We were not there for the fucking pricing schedule. Yeah. But when we went in, we had to show our ID, of course, in this porn store, and I distinctly remember several copies of Ass Blasters Volume 4 being on the fucking wall. I never forgot that. I've never seen Ass Blasters Volume 4, 3, 2, 1, or 5, 6, 7, however many Ass Blasters are. But now I feel compelled I must Google that now that I remember that memory.
Oh, here comes the Google ads messing us up again.
Ass Blasters.
Hey, is that the same one where you painted somebody?
Yes, where I painted
body paint.
Yes.
Yes.
You could pay like $1 or something to paint some girl.
And he painted a bikini on her.
And oh my God, someone who goes by
Gwen Stefani.
Whoa, just put some pretty nasty 2% poo in my testicle.
Don't say the other one.
I'm not going to say the other
one.
Someone decided to make a racist comment. At least, hey, someone has found us. And they are on YouTube, apparently. Gwen Stefani is their name. That's hilarious. So we could block them if we want to right now. Block user on YouTube.
Yeah, go and block it. We don't want them.
Saw you, Gwen Stefani fake. Gwen Stefani was blocked.
Yeah.
Thank you for being a racist piece of shit.
Yeah, there you go. You're out.
There you go. 2% poo in my testicle. That's
pretty gross.
That's great. That's great.
Now, my question is now,
how would you measure that?
There's an actual Gwen Stefani. How did the person get that name? Because she's got to have her own account.
I think
listing her stuff.
I don't know. It says with melanin comes compassion. Nick Cannon. It's hard to hear you. With melanin comes compassion. Nick Cannon. Please turn mic up. I can't hear. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but this is now apparently either the same listener with a new name or a different listener. But they said it's hard to hear you turn the mic up. Which one of us would you like us to turn the mic up?
Yeah, we got to know which one.
Because, there's fucking 3 of us there.
Okay, here,
With melanin
one.
comes compassion.
You're 2.
2.
3.
Which one is it?
They're laughing, probably thinking, I just got those idiots going, is it me? Is it me? You know what? Congratulations. You got us on that one, probably.
Hey,
but
Nick Cannon, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed you got your billboard over the week. Did y'all hear about that?
No.
Well, Nick Cannon sent a llama over to Kevin Hart's house for his birthday. Just sent him a llama.
Okay.
And so for his birthday as a joke. So Kevin Hart put up a billboard.
White shirt fixed it. White shirt. Yeah, go ahead.
So Kevin Hart had a billboard put up that said, "For fatherhood, call Nick Cannon for fatherly advice," and to put his phone number up there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because apparently he's got like 7 kids.
That's kind of cool.
Wow.
That's pretty funny.
Wow.
So, anyways.
So that is the longest screen name. Oh,
Yeah,
my
no
God.
shit.
Majestic Lion is back with the same thing. So they're just making new names. Majestic Lion.
And then now we're getting
and now
slammed.
And now it's a game that just
now
block.
somebody is bored on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm really interested about this. With melanin comes compassion dash Nick Cannon name. What the hell is
Yeah,
that?
why don't you explain that? There's a phone number up there you can call if you want.
Absolutely.
Give us a call,
You too,
explain it.
Majestic Lion, you racist prick. Oh, and now it's Mondo Salmon Andy that comes with this.
What the hell?
It's that's probably Joel. From originally. No. Yeah. So they just, you can go in there and type, and I guess just enter whatever type, you name.
I guess you can do whatever. I don't know.
Okay,
Actually, I don't pay enough attention to figure it out. Nick Cannon, give us a call.
Whenever you guys are going grocery shopping these days, do you ever think, hey, I just need to grab a couple of things. I'll just get one of these little hand carts or the little hand basket and roll through the aisles and grab your couple of things and jet on out instead of getting the full shopping cart?
Yeah.
And have you ever decided while you were there that you needed a whole lot more stuff than you thought you were, and you put a load limit on that damn hand cart? Because
in the basket, yeah, where that thing's, yeah.
Because a couple of weeks ago,
All right,
I ended up with 3 2-pound sacks of powdered sugar, a 10-pound bag of flour, 4 cartons of eggs, and I mean,
She's got another one.
It just kept growing, and to the fact that I thought I was going to break the damn thing because the handle was stretched out on this cart, and I'm sitting here, straining to carry it through the store.
I've done that before. Put way too much. Did you get him blocked too?
Yeah. So
God, what the hell?
Yeah,
Can't stop the train.
So the name with melanin comes compassion. Nick Cannon. It's my quote. It means black people are more compassionate.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
All right, cool.
That's fine.
Got it.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Oh, now it's Bob Bundy. He's just going to keep doing
How's this guy doing?
this racist piece of shit.
Come on, Bob Bundy, give us a call.
What he's saying isn't funny, but the fact that he's just so
Able
persistent.
to get through this is funny.
And
yes.
he's probably about 12.
Probably.
he's living it up. Him and his buddies like, listen to these dumb old farts. And they're talking about stupid
They're
shit.
waiting on their pizza to be delivered or something.
Yeah, let's fire them up,
Oh,
And
Okay, speaking
Shame. Shame.
that is awesome.
2% poo in my testicle.
All right, so
That's Bob. it
Hey,
says.
Bob, how'd you do that?
Hey, Bob. Yeah, we went from Bob Bundy to just Bob. 2% poo in my testicle, and I'm not sure what that would mean.
I don't know what that,
But,
but it's a reference of some sort.
I don't know. Maybe it's a call for help.
It could be. Could be. Yes.
So,
well, is this coming from the racist person?
yeah.
Yes.
Maybe they're claiming a 2% percentage of their lineage is from a different race, and they're referring to that as poo.
I
Could
don't
be.
know. And then Fortado says, "You look naughty, need to be spanked."
Yes.
We have asked
Our people.
We have asked for, hey, call in. Here's the number. Say anything. Brian was downright begging, please just call in, say anything. But now here on the, it's all coming from YouTube.
Yes.
And I think, are we still blocked on Facebook?
No.
Oh, really?
Oh, we're off Facebook. That's good.
Yes.
Well, I don't know about now. We might be.
You look naughty,
If they're
need to
reading
be
it.
spanked. why are you telling us shit we know? You can read that and other things in Furtado's new book. Obvious shit. Yes, we're naughty and need to be spanked. That's kind of gross. You imagine, I'm going to put you over my knee.
I'm just surprised no one's called in yet. There's the number right there.
Right?
They're pretty tough behind the keyboard.
I didn't block Bob Bundy. Or the Bob or the Furtado. Black, proud, beautiful, strong. I want to fuck you real good, make you squirt.
Good Lord.
I think they're trying to get us banned from the chat. I wonder if that would get us banned.
We shouldn't be liable for that.
And I had no idea that this laptop was also a touch screen. That's how. Look at this.
Is it really?
You can move it. Look what
I think
doing.
Bob just found out too.
I disabled mine. I disabled the touchscreen on mine.
Really?
I do remember. No, I disabled the trackpad. I did not disable the touchscreen.
I'm not really a squirter, but you know what? On bad chilly night, I can be. So
put it right through
a
screen door.
If you're wanting to fuck me real good and make me squirt, now's the time.
Okay, is the whole screen a touchscreen or just the bottom menu?
Yeah, no. I can get it to go anywhere I touch on the screen, and man, that is
MILF.
I want to double penetrate you, MILF. That's Deepak Chopra.
Deepak Chopra.
Deepak Chopra. Yeah, but it's like
Deepak.
What the hell is all this?
I want to double penetrate you, MILF. You realize we're dudes, right?
Yeah.
I hope so.
I hope the goatee gave it away.
Or did you misspell you? You meant to say your.
Okay.
You want to double penetrate my MILF? Let me tell you, she is a MILF.
Creepy.
But yeah, so you know what? We're going to play along. Look, I get it. You want to make some racist comments. How about doing us a favor and doing yourself a favor and show us exactly how smart you are by saying something really witty other than Ricky Two Shoes. See, the names are cute, but the racist comments are just asinine, and and they show your lack of intelligence. Show us how witty you are. You know what? The names you're coming up with are funny. So show us how funny you are and how intelligent you are, and put something in there worth us repeating, because we're obviously not going to repeat the racist stuff. And it looks like you're kind of probably
one-dimensional.
The only person that we're really chatting with right now.
Hey,
so
what happened to Nick Cannon? He was
impressive. Might have been the same guy. I don't know.
He sounded pretty nice.
Yeah, he seemed pretty cool. He said, "Please turn the mic up. I can't hear."
Yeah.
White shirt. My name is Jason. Sorry. And that's Brian over there running the board, and that's Bob over there with the BDE.
Shannon
Says, "Take a big poo on me, Shannon Eggs." See, the names is what's getting me. You know what? Whoever's doing the names, absolutely, it's funny.
Yeah, that's funny. The rest of it's
take a big poo on me. I don't. You know what? There was I knew a woman who owned a bar.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this master sergeant, who's retired now, who happens to be a friend of mine, he didn't fuck around either. He was a little guy, but he could get real mad. He told her one time, he said, "I want you to shit on a glass coffee table while I'm underneath and watch it."
He told somebody that?
Yes.
Oh, that is nasty.
Did she?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, you imagine that, taking a big deuce and you're under this glass coffee table? No, thank you.
Yeah, that is gross.
But maybe Shannon Eggs is into that.
Have you guys ever thought about, like, whenever they're designing bidets and like these Japanese toilets that cost $5,000 that will shoot a perfect stream of water right up your bum?
Yeah.
Okay, they've got to have people that are product testing and all of this kind of stuff. I mean, have they got a lab there that they got?
They must have a dummy, like a crash test dummy, but it's a shit test dummy.
You think?
Yeah. Has a relay. Okay, now it extrude poo. Now we go to wash. I would think so. He says, I use Arch, by the way. Arch Linux.
Arch Linux. You heard of Arch Linux?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
It's just a derivative. I think it's a Debian derivative.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
You think so? Cool.
Wow.
I'm so out of touch. I know there's, was it?
Yeah, you can see we're
Red
all...
Hat. What's that one called? Elementary.
I don't mess with it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's more geared, trying to look more like Windows, like big time.
Okay.
You mean
we're
there's a
done
different
with the geek talk?
There's a different programming language than COBOL? What? Or Fortran?
Does people still write in that stuff?
Yes.
The COBOL Cowboys, let me tell you, if anytime you draw money out of an ATM, somewhere in that transaction, COBOL played a part in it, and all the unemployment software and shit that a lot of these states using.
Absolutely.
COBOL. They were so swamped during COVID that this retired programmer who specialized in COBOL started calling up all these programmers, and they called themselves the COBOL Cowboys, and they were reeling in the money.
Okay, back in 98, 99,
right?
These COBOL programmers were in such demand. They were getting paid $100 an hour, and they were actually in Houston. They had park bench signs that said COBOL programmers call this number.
Yes.
$100 an hour.
Yeah.
And you could rewrite COBOL code back in the day and just bank.
Yeah. So this person said, now it's Richard Stallman. I would like to interject for a moment. What you're referring to as Linux is in fact GNU or GNU/Linux. I don't know if it's pronounced GNU or new. What I have been recently calling it GNU plus Linux or GNU plus Linux. Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Richard, I hope you enjoy your hobby because I run Exadata systems for Oracle.
Right? In fact,
we write our own kernels.
You write your own kernels in those?
Oracle has its own Linux kernel, yes.
Well, yeah, because it's more of a Sun
I don't
system.
write it.
Well, Sun
but
system,
I implement
right?
it.
And that kind of where it come from?
Well, no, it's not because it's based on Linux. Sun had its own Sun OS.
Oh, okay. Because I
Really?
remember they used to have their own processors for those.
We're done talking about computer stuff.
I don't. Y'all were carrying on. I'm just going along.
I like potatoes.
I like carrots.
So I appreciate
mustard, French fries.
I appreciate the serious talk. Maybe it's the same guy who's saying, and I sit there, hey, show us how intelligent you are. Now he's trying, and we're like, nope, stop it. Go back to the poo in your testicle talk.
God, don't say that now. Here he
Say
does.
something funny, please.
But
There's the phone number. You can call us.
But the funny thing is, and I totally lucked into this, back in 96, Linux was a operating system that very few people had ever heard of.
It was more Unix was the...
I grabbed a shareware CD at a flea market for like $8 or $10, and it happened to be a version of Red Hat, and I think it was Red Hat version 4. That was in 96, and this was back in the day. You had to whenever you were installing it, you had to put in the hertz rate of your monitor and all of your display settings to keep from frying your monitor while you were installing it.
Crazy.
And for whatever reason, that little hobby project that I worked on in 96 led to an entire IT career because that's one of the predominant operating systems going these days.
Yeah.
You bet.
Now, my question is, when I mention something, why is it nerdy tech talk when Bob does it? It's not.
He's just stating fact about that's resume talk. So,
I'm sorry. I wasn't doing resume talk. I'm not nuts.
So, Janie, if you get on here on the chat, you're going to see some really ridiculous crap that somebody was putting in there, but they seem to have stopped. So they either got bored or they decided to get serious. Either way, hey, we welcome any listener. We welcome all opinions.
Oh, hell yeah.
But racist hatred talk is not an opinion,
No.
in my opinion, that we will entertain.
Yep. Conspiracy theories aren't an opinion.
Hey, if you want to talk about, there's a grassy knoll, a shooter on, that's fine. We probably won't talk about it. We'll probably make jokes about it. Probably too soon. But yeah, just there's no need to come with the racist crap.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want on the show, that's easy enough to do. Call the number or get in the chat. And you know what? We give time to our listeners. We talk about their comments, all that. So if you are Richard Stallman, the same guy that was saying some of the other stuff, glad you cleaned it up. Keep it like that, and we'll keep talking to you. Yeah. But we did get some new ones. I want to double penetrate you, MILF. You look naughty, need to be spanked. 2% poo in my testicle.
I still don't get that.
And then the talk about, the Linux and stuff was fine. I'm not sure. But also the quote about the Nick Cannon quote, with melanin comes compassion. Means black people are more compassionate. I don't know that that's true. That sounds like an opinion because you can't make a blanket statement like that.
No.
There's just no way. Right. But I can tell you, I'm a fairly compassionate person. If it's something in it for me, no, I'm just fucking. No, I don't know if I'm compassionate or not.
You are.
I don't know.
You're compassionate. All three of us are. We all have a heart, passionate about stuff.
And yeah, well, I don't know.
Now, do we all have a whole lot of tolerance for certain things? No.
Right?
No.
Yeah. Prostate massage.
Okay.
I can't tolerate it. I don't know. Dragon blood saves lives.
Okay. Every time
according to OG Majestic Lion. See, Majestic Lion.
white shirt guy is cute.
Very nice. See, okay, Majestic Lion was blocked, right?
Yep.
So now we've got OG
mug,
Majestic Lion. See, that's what I'm saying. That's funny.
Yeah.
Work with me. Dragon blood saves lives. White shirt guy is cute. The name is Jason.
Yeah.
It's Jason. And who the fuck are you telling? I'm cute like a bug in a rug.
Okay, so
Bug in a rug.
OG Majestic Lion.
Okay, shopping carts.
Yes. Invented in Oklahoma City
They were.
by a
Ooh, I got a story for you on that, too.
grocery chain owner and his brother. They owned a grocery chain. Now, there's a great story with that. Are you going to tell the story
No,
about?
go right ahead.
Oh, okay.
I was going to tell about an instant karma situation I saw last weekend.
Well, let's hear it.
Okay, I saw this jackass in Home Depot in the parking lot, big truck, trailer behind it,
Right?
taking up 8 parking spots because that's what they do.
You bet. You
Had
bet.
an entire flatbed cart of material that he hauled out to his trailer.
Right.
Loaded up his trailer with the material, then abandoned the flatbed cart in the parking
Sure.
lot.
Why not? Yeah.
Walked around, got in his truck, started to drive off, and about the time that he was walking around the truck, the shopping cart, the flatbed cart, rolled under his trailer.
Are you serious?
So whenever he hit the gas to go, he locked up on the trailer or on the cart, had to get out, come back, move the cart out of his way. So all he had to do was walk 40 feet, put it in a rack, and he's way to go.
Yeah.
But instead, here he is, got the trailer the cart under his trailer.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really tolerate people that don't put shopping carts up.
I don't know.
Hey, man,
It's
I'm like,
lazy.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Here you go.
What-
Disappointed black man. Hi, guys. At Cool, Calm, Composed. Why, brother mans? Yeah, because Cool, Calm, Composed said, I'm pissed. And I said, why?
Real quick about shopping carts. It's weird. I heard a story today. I know a gentleman who goes to this church, and over time of people leaving Walmart, they have gathered 62 shopping carts from Walmart in their parking lot. So he called up Walmart, the local one where he knew they came from, and he explained to him, "Hey, if you've got about 24 hours to come get all these carts, and we're just going to get rid of them." And the lady's like, "Well, I can tell you right now, I won't send anybody, and I really don't care. You can do whatever you want with them." He looked them up; they're about $100 a cart, and he smashed 60 of them and got rid of them.
really?
Yep. And Walmart didn't give 2 shits about it.
Walmart is the largest corporation that has ever existed in the history of the world.
Well, at this point, are they still bigger than Amazon?
I don't know. They might be pushing second with Amazon, or they might be battling for first place. But at one point they were. I don't think $600 they give a shit
I mean,
about.
Sam Walton never went into space.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's true too. And
he was
also, my understanding is a majority of the family of Walmart's already out. They
so
don't even, own
Jim
any more of
Wrench
it.
says,
Well, yeah, how old are they?
Well, I mean, there's granddaughters. I mean, they
okay.
actually sold a lot of their stocks off. They don't own. They own very small of that company now.
So Jim Wrench says, mod me, I'll clean up this spam. Yeah, somehow, I don't know. We've got trust issues, but okay. So the shopping cart invented in Oklahoma City. So 2 brothers that, had a grocery store business from Tulsa. And I believe it was 2 brothers anyway, or one guy, whatever. He invented the shopping cart. Later, he got in the business of just manufacturing the shopping carts and became very, very, very wealthy. Both of his sons died under mysterious and suspicious circumstances at different points, but there was
they
something
wobble?
about the day. No, I'm sure, yeah, but man, I'm telling you, it's a great story. Look it up. It really is. It's worth the read, these 2 brothers. And I mean, this is there's articles from the Oklahoman and stuff. And one of them was found dead in his mansion.
Well, the first shopping cart was 2 chairs pushed up together. They put casters on them and put little boards on the side
There you go.
so that you could actually push this little cart through the store. So all it was 2 chairs that had been butted up against each other.
I'll tell you what it created
and
an
fastened
empire.
together. It did create an empire.
You know, there's a lot of interesting things that were invented in Oklahoma. The glory
parking-
hole. No, I'm
the
just kidding.
parking meter.
The parking meter.
When-
Oklahoma has more astronauts
Yep.
than any other state, I believe, because they all want to get the fuck as far away from Oklahoma as possible. So Ricky Three Shoes says, sorry for spamming. I am on meth. I promise I don't fuck dogs, and then send a picture of a poodle. All great information. Meth kills.
Yeah, meth is not good for you.
Or the poodle.
Makes you do things you shouldn't be
And
doing.
I don't care if you fuck dogs. You know, that's whatever you're into. I'm sure the law would have a problem with it. Bestiality is still illegal as far as I know, but
If there's a smile on her
You know-
face, go for it.
you know, yeah. What kind of foreplay do the dogs like? I mean, they can already lick their own ass and their own, their own genitals. I don't know. What do you do to foreplay a dog? That's disgusting. Let's not talk about it.
We don't even
Strike
wanna go
that
there.
shit. Thank you. And MC Frosty. I said Mick like an old person. MC Frosty. I love meth too. MC
That's messed up.
Frosty, Ricky Three Shoes, Jim Wrench, Cool, Calm, Composed,
It sounds like we've got a mafia gang in here.
Disappointed Black Man.
Work at 86.
Yeah, Richard Stallman, work at 86. We know who that is.
Yeah, not to be confused with Ricky Two Shoes from earlier.
Majestic Lion, Mondo, Sam, and Andy.
Okay, I've got an embarrassing revelation this evening.
Can't stop the train. Yes.
The hell is this person?
Paul Danino. No, yeah. Ricky T. I'm kind of gay. Well, that's all right, Paul Danino.
What kind of underwear do you guys wear?
I wear
Right when he talks about the gay
boxer
guy.
briefs, but the brand I wear is Gildan. I like those.
Yeah, okay.
Boxer briefs.
I got Hanes boxer briefs and wait a minute, boxer brief. No, yeah,
Caitlin says hi, guys.
and regular
Hi,
boxers.
Caitlin. Yeah, I don't like regular boxers. I like boxer briefs.
I do too, but
You ever go commando?
no,
not anymore.
Yeah, I've got my zipper caught in my dick caught my
Is that
zipper
in the-
before.
I did
the
that when
reason-
I was a kid.
Yeah.
Chief Pooh Water prefers Fruit of the Loom.
Oh, wow.
All right, Chief.
All right.
Little water.
That's Bob's new goddamn name. Chief
Who what?
Pooh Water.
Did
Oh shit!
Okay, I did something for the first time this
How did
week
that get up there?
that I have never done in my entire life.
I'm trying to get this off there. All right, sorry, Bob. Go ahead.
Gosh damn, I'm dying. And then straight shooters back would take a big poo on me.
Look at the picture.
You jackass.
Sorry, Bob. Go ahead.
You ever use the fly on the front of your underwear?
The fly?
Oh
yeah, all the time, yeah.
I have used it before. Yeah.
I never have until this week.
Really? But I didn't until I was grown. I always just, pulled
Pull
the
'em
damn
down.
things down and yeah.
Yeah.
It's a much more comfortable experience.
Yes, it is.
Right?
I never realized that. I thought it was just there for,
Starving a biscuit. Well, but it's there to
right.
flip out your tallywhacker. And,
You damn near 50 years old, first time.
that's all right. I mean, but my boxer briefs
the
have
fact
that
is,
opening.
I've
on
worn
it, but-
underwear damn near every day of my life since I was 3 years old.
Yeah, I don't do commando.
And nobody up to this point has said, "Here's how you work these things."
no one. Yeah, I mean, you
Yeah.
kind of figure it out, but it's just something like, does anyone actually use that?
Right.
So it's that's
Yeah.
I can understand that. But yeah, I mean, I've used it, in certain times. It's just easier. What I use it most often on is when I'm wearing overalls.
Yeah.
Because it's not like you can unbutton your pants.
Right.
Yeah.
They're overalls. So I unzip the overalls, and you really kind of have to use your thing
Yeah.
unless you want to pull, down and
Yeah.
to piss on your tree in the corner of the yard right as
Yeah,
your
you
neighbor
missed
decides
that.
to open their blinds, Bob.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sorry
Jason
about
was
that.
out there, had his tallywhacker out. He looks so the neighbor opens their blinds up.
And here I am, standing out there.
Yeah, so then he goes out by the tree and he's out there pissing. I start yelling, "Hey, what are you
wow.
doing?" Your neighbors probably think we're fucking crazy over here.
Veronica, what you just said made no fucking sense.
God damn.
We're all dumber for having fucking read that.
Right.
what the fuck are you doing, Veronica? Or Veronia, not even Veronica. Mitchell Manson, how did you celebrate Juneteenth? The same way I did last year.
I think we were here, weren't we?
For Juneteenth?
I think so.
Yeah, I think we were.
Then I didn't celebrate it the same way as last year. Last year, I just sat at home.
Yeah,
Much like how I celebrate every fucking holiday.
Yeah, but I think we did say Happy Juneteenth or something like that.
I think we did.
Yeah, we did actually.
I don't know.
I don't know.
How did you
Hey,
celebrate
Michael.
Juneteenth?
Yeah, how did you do it? What'd you do?
Mitchell Manson. Yeah, we can't wait on that response. Well, he celebrated by wanting us to take a big poo on him.
Oh, that's what it was. That's
Maybe,
pretty weird.
unless that's I don't know.
I don't know who's the same person in here.
You know, it's probably all the same guy. I don't know.
It's got to be.
but
Someone's got
it's-
shitloads of accounts.
Juneteenth was on a Saturday, but we celebrated it on Friday evening.
Oh, yeah, that's what we did.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So
Zobies, I'm happy. Well, good. I'm glad you're happy.
Zobies, I'm
Man,
happy.
someone's got some good LSD right now is what's going on.
Oh no! Someone's just probably hit the bong a couple times. They're like, "Watch this!
It's a
Watch
Friday
these
night.
dumbasses."
Yeah, that's true, too.
Man, you know what? And I got to tell you, if it is Friday night and it is about 11:00, and you got nothing better to do except sit here and watch three old dudes talking on you, man.
I don't mind.
Mitchell Manson says, "I went hiking. Who's got the biggest fupa?"
Wow.
What the hell's a fupa?
You know what a fupa is? The whole fat pussy thing, you know, the big fupa. You know, right up above the-
You would be the one to know that. I don't know that. Bob even looked confused.
Fatty under pelvic area.
There you go.
I don't know.
How long have you been doing this podcast? Less than a year, Nicholas Graham. We've been on since
March.
Yeah, March.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
It's something we thought the pandemic was going to last for a while. Wanted
Sure.
to get together, hang out,
Yep.
relive some of their glory days a little bit, talk
Right.
about
Rub
things
our-
going in
Talk
the
about some of the glory holes, you know.
Rub our fupas together and
Yeah.
you know, fuck, I don't
Because
know.
we love snoodling.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Is that the different one than from canoodling, right?
Yeah, that snoodling is
The
yeah.
foreskin over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
How many licks does it get to? How many licks does it take to get to the center of a gooch? You know, the gooch is the King Speedy. The gooch is, you know, also known as the taint. But the gooch was a character on what was it with Arnold and Mr. Drummond and not Facts of Life. It was
Different Strokes?
Different Strokes. The gooch was the bully that was always fucking Arnold up, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was always having problems with the gooch. And I had a friend that I used to hunt with that said, "How many licks does it take to get to?" But he used to call it gooch. But great podcast, guys. That's from the Ski Mask Show, which I don't know, but thank you. I appreciate that. We do appreciate that. We just talk about shit, and we're always open to subjects. So, except for how many licks it takes to get to the center of a gooch. I can tell you how many licks it takes to get to the center of my gooch. One, if you aim correctly the first time.
Yeah, and if you don't aim correctly the first time, I really don't want her around.
Yeah, I mean, you know. Any advice for an incel? Jake Shields, that's involuntarily celibate.
Grab a couple of your buddies, start a podcast.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Any advice for an incel? Yeah, get married, and then you'll still be an incel, but people won't know it because you'll say you're married. So
Right.
there you go,
Yeah.
Jake Shields.
Okay.
Yeah,
Speaking of incels,
right?
1995.
We should start an incel date service.
You sent me a picture the other day of a party at your house back in 1995, and I instantly recognized that party because after I left your party, me and Brian went to another party
Yes.
of some people that he had started chatting with online at a internet relay chat party.
Oh, yeah. In Tulsa, or was it?
No, it was here in Oklahoma City. We were over at Jason's house, and
Was it Scoot?
No,
Oh. I don't remember. I don't remember whose house it was.
Okay.
I don't remember.
and I told you, I was like, dude, I am not going over to watch a bunch of computer people hang out. I've got way too much personality for that. I'm not, first beanie.
Giffen puked at that party.
Yeah.
I got pictures of him out front where he had puked, man. Next day, the grass was all dead and shit.
I was like, first beanie prop I see, I'm out.
Yeah,
And he was-
actually,
and-
been really cool people.
And it turned out to be some really cool people.
Yeah, some people that have been friends with for a long time.
25 years.
Yeah, talking to Nick, Marion.
So Jake just asked also, how can I get hair to grow on my head when I'm bald at 25?
Don't.
You fucking don't.
You just roll with it.
You shave that shit and fucking sport it.
Own it.
Yeah. And I've got a fart fetish. Okay, now you really can't, we don't give a fuck what you do with your bald ass. And then IP2 Fork just posted just a picture of a peach.
Yeah, and we know what that means.
Yeah, God, that makes me horny. Not your fart fetish, Jake. The hell are you thinking? Imagine. You know who had a fart fetish? The author James Joyce.
I thought you were fixing to out somebody we knew.
No, look up his letter to his wife about farts. James Joyce, farting. Unbelievable.
How do you know this?
I read a lot. Thoughts on Brexit? I got to tell you, the whole Brexit thing, I can understand kind of why the UK wanted out of it, but I'm going to say, I think I don't know enough about it to really have a goddamn opinion. How about that? This podcast is way too strong. That's way too strong.
I found it interesting that Britain actually joined the European Union to begin with, because they seem to be so isolated from the rest of Europe.
Yeah.
They're an island nation.
Sure, but there's a goddamn tunnel, and you just drive right, and next thing you know,
but then you got to change sides of the road and everything.
Yeah, then you're in Frogville. France. Our listeners in France, I hope I have not offended you.
We still got them showing up that same city.
Says, have you got your DNA test?
Yes, I have.
Yes, I have too.
Yeah, I am. I'm 98% either Viking or Irish, Scottish, and 2% from Cameroon and the Ivory Coast.
Right. So yeah, I got kind of a
I'm
interesting mixture. I got like 73-point-something% County Donegal, Ireland, and which is like a big area, but so did my sister. And
well, I would hope so.
Yeah. Well, no, not necessarily. Two siblings can have a way different mix. Your siblings will have a way different. So she could have, for example, I got 3% Spain and Portugal, which my sister did not. But we know where that comes from in mom's line.
Okay.
So yeah, and I got beautiful, beautiful white men. I just Bill Dancer. Yeah, okay. Let's go back to the life is like a box. Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, and so we went from I got a fart fetish.
Okay, Dave, explain that one.
Yeah, Dave. Yeah, please elaborate. Since you're bold enough to post it, be bold enough to defend it.
He's not bold enough.
Yeah, you don't want to be. You don't want to be a keyboard warrior. We're out here with our faces. We're out here with our faces on the fucking podcast.
Do you guys?
And you're sitting there like you're 12 years old and playing with your, small little Peter. And I bet your Peter's so small you pee on your balls.
Wow, that's a small one.
So I like to use that joke for myself, but I decided to use it for whoever this guy is. But you know what? Yeah, big keyboard warrior. Look at me go. That's the fun of it. But you know what? When I was a kid, we made prank phone calls. Is what we did.
White lives matter, guys. You know what, dude? All lives matter. You jackass.
That's not the right answer either, apparently. But yeah, all of them except yours, Dave.
Dave Orlando. Has he got a brother named Tony?
God, I hope so. Say hello to my little brain, little fucker.
Tony Orlando and Dawn. Remember from the 70s?
Yes,
musical act.
Yeah, no. Knock 3 times on the ceiling
if you want me.
Yeah.
What a tie a like yellow ribbon around the old oak tree.
Yeah. Knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. That's like that old joke, a newlywed couple, the guy's in bed and he tells his wife, he says, look, every night, I hate to, ask and stuff. And so it'd be easier if you just let me know if you want sex every night. If you want sex, just pull on my penis once. She's like, what if I don't want sex? He said, pull on it 100 times. Cut or uncut, Lori Hines. Well, being who we are at the time frame that we were born and where we were born.
Well, hold on. Lori,
Cut.
send us a picture and we might give you an opportunity to find out.
Right?
Good Lord.
You and the rest of the insects.
All these messages come through and the phone numbers, they're not one of them's called yet.
I know.
Nobody calls anybody these
And
days.
Brianna says,
Okay,
are you proud of being white? I'm proud of being me.
Yeah.
Nope.
And that would
You know,
extend
we
to
don't-
any color.
We don't really have to have a choice in what we are.
Any struggles with being overly masculine?
Sometimes.
Yeah. It's God. It's a curse.
It is.
Yeah.
I deal with it every day.
Yeah. No. I think you can
That's
tell
the
that I've had
boxer
no
briefs.
Yeah. I think you can tell we've had no struggles with being overly masculine. I think that's but that's okay. We just don't know. I love the names though.
Yeah, the names
this
are funny.
one was good.
I still think they're a bunch of pussies for
Brianna,
not calling
Lori
in.
Hines, cut. I don't like that sneaky look. Uncircumcised penis.
And why do you lead with that?
Jason Genova, beef or cheddar?
Why not both and put it on an onion roll and bring it from,
Yeah,
bring it
call
in
it
from
good.
call it Arby's.
An Arby's beef and cheddar.
Right.
Yeah. Where the fuck you been, Jason? I mean, come on. Arby's, they've got the meats,
Absolutely.
right? So, this is the most action we've had on text, and you got to admit.
Is it because we're on later than we normally are?
I think,
Yeah.
how do you pronounce garlic? Bob Bundy's back.
Goddamn Bob Bundy.
So I'll tell you, it's
What happened to Tony Two Shoes or whatever? Where'd he go?
Tony Three Shoes. It's
No,
Bob
it was
Bundy.
Two Shoes and Three Shoes. wasn't it?
It's Bob Bundy.
Yeah, it's Bob
or so every other name probably. But this is the most action we've ever had, and it's sad. But
No,
it's like
it
being
is
prank
not.
called.
I've had more action than this. It just wasn't on a.
No, I mean on the podcast. Yeah, no, this is not the most
It's
action.
entertaining, but
Right. It's been so busy on chat that I've barely had time to masturbate. So
yeah.
proud to be an American, guys. This is Pro Diaper Face.
Pro diaper face.
What the fuck's going? So we're proud to be Americans too. And and if you want to know about privilege, I heard it. I wish I could remember the guy's name so I could give him credit. But he said, white privilege, whatever. You want to know what privilege is? You were privileged the second you were born into this nation, regardless of your color.
Yeah.
Some people with more privilege than others, unfortunately. White privilege does exist. And you don't know it unless you're experiencing it from the other side.
Yeah.
Would you consider naming your child Stuart Little? Well, I've been fixed. So how about I name what I shoot off into that sock, Stuart Little? Stuart, a little bit too much for that sock. And now I got a mess to clean up. How about that? Scooter Gang 675.
One thing I will say, and this is where I'm going to disagree with you on that.
Uh-oh.
Maybe back in the day, yes. Way back in the day, yes, there was a white privilege. I don't think it exists now.
Oh, I think.
Oh,
there's
it does.
I think
It can't.
there's-
It does.
It
Yes.
can't.
Yes, it does.
No, it can't.
Now we can talk later about
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I can explain.
We ain't going to get into that when that ain't the nature of this podcast, but I do believe
Yeah.
that white privilege exists. And the thing is, it's one of those things that, just because you can't see it or feel it doesn't mean it doesn't exist, like oxygen.
Well, I just look
but-
around me and look at everything, and I can tell that it doesn't.
Right. I got to tell you.
Now, back in the day, yes.
Oh, no, that's just,
No,
that
that
was
was
just
ridiculous.
out and out, just
Stupid.
racism.
Yes, it
But the
was.
thing is, there is an amount of white privilege. Let me tell you, do you worry where you live? Do you worry about driving home at midnight? Do you worry about getting stopped?
No, I worried about someone pulling up beside me and shooting me.
Okay, but every black man out there that's out there in the area where you
Right.
live, out there driving home at midnight, worried about getting stopped.
Okay,
a
I've
good
got-
friend of mine from work, you know him well.
Oh, okay, I can
Jamaican
understand
guy
that.
lives out in
yes.
Choctaw in a very far Choctaw, east of Choctaw, in a nice, very nice neighborhood. Owns an acreage and everything.
Yep.
And he is one of the best and finest men I've ever known. He drives a Chevy pickup truck. He just happens to be black. And he just happens, and when we worked swing shift and got off at midnight, he just happened to get stopped all the damn time
And
when he was out there.
Okay, now,
and
all
why
right.
did he get stopped? Because driving while black.
Yep.
White privilege exists.
Okay, now, okay, I'll back some of that up for that. Yes, I agree with that 100% on that. Yes, I'm
Young's
wrong on
lawyer
that
says
part.
I'm masturbating right now. Incidentally, it's the conversation. So yeah, it's that kind of thing. I put a finger in me bum, mum. That's car fart beaner.
I think to the point of when it comes to opportunity in life, I don't think it exists that much. Now, what you said a second ago, I agree with you 100%.
Now, I think socioeconomic privilege absolutely exists, but I
Yes.
also believe there's white privilege.
There has
on
been
certain
studies
things.
done where people have changed their spelling or their names on resumes.
Yeah.
And they get 10 times the amount of responses just because they take away their
It doesn't sound ethnic.
their black college.
Yeah.
They take
Okay.
their black colleges off their resumes.
Yeah.
They change their name because okay, let's face it. I don't understand it, but there are a lot of black people that have some very unique names.
Sure.
And it's not Mike and Jason and Brian and Tony and
Right.
the names that we all grew up with.
They're more creative,
They're more
and that's fine. you
right.
know, So
But whenever you put them on a resume, you have an idea that the person
I do have.
that is sending in the resume what ethnicity they are based upon their address, their name,
Right.
where they went to college, if
You
they
bet.
went to college.
You bet. I think we could put that I think we could put that in practice right now, because I think if you take two people that are qualified the same, a black man and a white man, and put them in front of a white interviewer, a man around our age group or so, I think the white man will get the job every damn time.
think so.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what happens when you put them in a courtroom.
Oh, fuck yeah. So, yeah. And so, and then here's another one. This conversation sates me. Very nice. I also got thoughts on Israel, pro-Israel or Palestine. I've always been pro-Israel, but they need to watch their shit. They're getting a little oppressive.
I agree with
but
that.
Palestine also, this lily white shit, poor victim they're playing is horse shit too. The peace process, they've been trying this for a long fucking time, and they're not doing very good at it.
It ain't gonna
But they
work.
need to get it together. And then, what would you do if you had a gay son? I do have a gay son. So, and would you move to Thailand for a year? Sure. Why the fuck not?
$5 blowjob.
And then mothers hate their sons. I hate this conversation. No more race stuff. Talk about Man Month. Cool. I agree. Let's get off the race thing, because this isn't our podcast. And is it Man Month already?
Man Month.
I haven't even heard of Man Month.
Neither have I.
It
That's
doesn't
why
exist.
that's why I was asking that.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
Well, by God, I think mothers hate their sons should tell us where that fucking name went. But 6 gang leader, this conversation sates me. Yeah, Surf Dog. I'm 78 years old. God,
Jesus
I hope
Christ.
so. That one which you put up that had the picture.
I know.
Put that comment up and see if Surf Dog has a picture. Come on, do it, man. Just
Surf
because,
Dog? Oh.
Because we. No, it's what the hell is that?
I don't know what that is.
Please tell me it's not NAMBLA. Nope. It's something secret Jewish space laser core.
I've always felt about Israel that they should be treated just like any other country, no better, no worse. I don't understand what the
Money, power, a lot of connections, and that money equates power much often, and the politics, and plus they are always a ready ally in the Middle East, a foothold. That
I understand all of that, but at the same token, you can't automatically back them whenever they do stupid shit.
No, absolutely. You can't just say, "Oh yeah, no, they're completely right." No. I do back Israel, but I got to tell you, they're pushing the fucking issue on some of the shit that's going on there in Palestine. But there's been clashes over the holy sites and all this, and it all comes down to in Islam, that Ishmael, was he Abraham's legitimate son, or was he the son from a concubine? And and the Jews say yes, and the Muslims say no. What a load of horseshit, guys! Get the fuck over it. How about we live?
Right. And quit putting
Thoughts on men wearing makeup and nail polish. You know what? Whatever turns you on. If I can tell you that for me, that if I wanted to wear nail polish, I'd fucking wear it.
Yeah.
And if I wanted to wear makeup, I'd fucking wear it. And I'm not gay. I'm straight. Doesn't matter if I am gay, or straight. I'm just saying
I
it has nothing to do. Yeah, it has nothing to do with my sexuality. If that's what I wanted to do, I want to do it, and I recognize that now in life. But if you'd asked me that 15 years ago, I would have been like, "Fuck no." But you know what? I was wearing a SpongeBob T-shirt today. A 50-year-old man in a SpongeBob shirt.
I've
Why?
got my Curious George.
You know what? I love fucking SpongeBob.
Yep.
Thoughts on thongs and Teslas? Parents hate their kids. Thongs don't look good on Teslas. I'll just tell you right now. I don't even know.
Even those bras from the 80s don't look good on Teslas.
Yeah. Fuck me in a Tesla, daddy. Man, I can't afford a Tesla. Would you settle for a 78 Pinto?
And besides, it's a two-seater.
Right? And have you seen how big I am? Come on. I like to fucking something comfortable. Can we not fucking an Escalade?
I like a challenge, but damn.
Yeah. Yeah. Thoughts on thongs and Teslas? Well, there's a backseat in a Tesla. And you know what? No, I'm not going to fuck you in a Tesla. But how do you feel about a Toyota Celica 91?
What about a Connie Celica?
Connie Celica. Is she still alive?
I think so.
Who was that?
Really, dude?
I don't know who Connie Celica is.
Okay. Now I'm going to leave you with Bob and Brian while Jason goes and takes a piss. That. Camera off.
Jason. Jason, Jason. Jason. Jason.
Okay, Connie Celica. She was the gal that was in The Greatest American Hero, the TV show from the early 80s.
Greatest American Hero.
Yeah.
Was that the guy that wore the red cape?
Yes. I think, the story with that TV show, he was the greatest American hero.
Yeah.
Aliens came down and bequeathed him a spacesuit.
They bequeathed him, okay.
And gave him the instruction manual, and somehow or another the manual got lost. Yes. So he was a superhero.
That was a good show.
But he didn't know how to operate the suit.
But I don't remember the girl.
Yeah.
You want to pull her up on screen?
Yeah,
or?
I can pull a picture of her up.
Yeah, let me see. What's going on here? I'm going to... I can't even read what that says. You do a podcast every day? Nope, sure don't.
Once a week.
Her. Yeah, let's see. Oh, yeah, I know who that is. No, I don't know who that is. How do y'all know who that is?
I used to watch Greatest American Hero.
I know, but how do you remember one girl's name from a show that came out in the, 70s?
84.
80s, 84s. Yeah. You get anything else she was in? Because she kind of looks familiar, but I don't notice her.
She was in Beyond Westworld, which I guess was a movie after the original Westworld. She's been married to John Tesh since 92.
John Tesh. She's the one that was on Entertainment Tonight and played the organ or piano or something. Yeah.
I'm still talking about that Connie Celica bitch.
Favorite movie? My all-time favorite movie is Pump Up the Volume with Christian Slater.
Pump up the volume.
Everything that Brian does that's a favorite of his involves a microphone because his favorite movie is Pump Up the Volume. He used to have an internet radio station.
Sweet.
Now he's doing a podcast. He was a DJ.
Yeah.
So you put a microphone in front of him, he's happy.
Real boring boomer hours. I'm happy for you guys. This is video games for boomers, yay or nay? Yeah, it's called Pong.
Right.
And we had that back in the fucking day. Favorite movie?
A couple of weeks ago, I actually pulled out my original Nintendo from 1985.
Yeah.
Plugged it into my 80-inch TV in my living room and sat there and played Super Mario Brothers.
Did it actually look good?
Yes.
Yeah, and you said you got the cartridge that's got all the fucking games or
It's
something?
it's still on the slow boat from China.
Chatter Church says, have you ever kissed a guy? As a matter of fact, I have right on the fucking mouth.
Well, there was that one story that time when someone at the bar thought me and you were gay. And me and Jason decided that we were both joking. Remember, we both turned around, oh, yeah, we're so gay. And we went like that. And then both our tongues touched.
like accidentally.
Yes.
And then you were both freaked out and had to go like
accidentally.
had
I got to
go,
tell you, it freaked me out so bad I could barely masturbate over him anymore.
right.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'll never forget that.
You immediately had to go to the bar and get like tequila shots too.
Right, and then talk about
I think
football.
I think we had a Jaeger bomb.
yeah.
Went out back through the football around for a little bit.
Yeah. How about them Sooners?
Went revved up our trucks. And, that's what we had to do.
You know, I don't know what my fucking thing. Would you ever eat a hot pepper? You're talking to the wrong
I
fucking
won
crowd.
a jalapeno eating contest.
Fucking Bob.
I feel like we're being interviewed.
27 jalapenos in 2 minutes.
Yeah. Bob will eat it so goddamn hot that it will literally burn your anal warts off. That's why Brian had to have his removed, is because Bob burns his off. It says, old Willy Wonka or new Willy Wonka?
Oh.
Well, first of all, old Willy Wonka, because come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just come on. No. Not,
Gene Wilder was the man.
Not
Gene
Johnny
Wilder's
Depp.
always, you should watch Gene Wilder in the movie called Stir Crazy with Richard Pryor.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Damn
seen
good
it.
movie.
And that was a good movie. But yeah, Gene Wilder definitely. Hemorrhoids of hepatitis. Man, that's.
Are they asking? Yeah, I'm kind of over the either or. I mean,
Yeah, the hepatitis they spelt wrong. Hemorrhoids or hepatitis. Why not both?
right.
Yeah, hopefully neither.
I mean,
thoughts on transgender? Not a problem. I have a transgender son. Yes, if I had a gay son, I have a gay transgender son.
Yeah.
There you go.
And me, it makes no difference to me. I really don't care.
And I've got
Each their own.
several friends that are in the process of transitioning.
You bet.
And
More power to them, man. Live who you are.
Be-
And
be
in
happy.
fact, there was a great article from 23andMe by one of their geneticists on the new science that they're discovering about that gender dysphoria, that it's not just a mental thing. It goes deeper in DNA.
in the
they're
genetic
starting
code.
to crack this shit
Yep.
finally. And I got to tell you, and that'll put away a lot of the hatred maybe.
no, it won't.
Congratulations, you've received 100 messages today with Restream Chat. So, you know what? Thanks for all the messages you've given us today,
We get
except
an
for the
award.
racist one. But yeah, we got an award from Restream, which means if you take that award and add it to $1, you can't buy a fucking thing at
Wait,
Starbucks.
do we just get the award, or is that like a non-fungible token?
I don't even think we get to keep the image of this as an NFT.
Who doesn't like?
Do you like pancakes? Come get the fuck out of here.
Do you see how big we are? Do you think
Come
we
on,
got this way by not liking pancakes?
Come on. I'll eat flapjacks till the fucking cows come home.
Stack of flapjacks.
You bet. Butter, syrup, not syrup, syrup.
Right.
Dripping down that motherfucker. You
Okay.
bet.
Growing up,
Yes.
we were poor.
Yes, we were.
Never really had anything other than Griffin's pancake syrup.
You bet. Maple flavored.
You know, maybe
Yeah.
occasionally a bottle of Aunt Jemima or Mrs. Butterworth
Butterworth, if you're lucky,
would
yeah.
make an appearance.
Yeah.
And, you know, everything that
Yes.
they were talked about was this is, you know, thick, sweet syrup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Corn syrup.
Later in life, I was able to buy real maple syrup.
Grade A amber.
I was madder than hell at how thin it was.
Yes. Watery thin.
Yeah, it's watery thin. I mean, yeah, they call it syrup, but it's not what I grew up with.
Sure.
And
We grew up with a thick corn syrup bullshit. You know?
I still love it.
I do too, but I'll tell you, maple syrup was a disappointment. But you know what I like is ribbon cane syrup. Let me tell you, where pan-cooked ribbon cane has
Yeah.
got to beat all to hell. It says, would you ever shoot a deer? I've shot several, and I'm always grateful. I don't consider myself a trophy hunter. I consider myself more of a meat hunter. But yes, I have a few buck heads on my wall because they were good-looking bucks, and I shot them, but I did eat them. And let's see, what's it like being a man?
It's like being a woman, but better.
Yeah. With more fury. Testosterone is a burning fire that we learn to grow up with gradually as boys into men, and it's just something you live with. But it causes you to do things like how Bob said. It causes you to do things like be a kickstand at night and give yourself a kickstand so you don't roll out of bed. Do you have a hard time pissing?
No.
Only if I'm hard. And I love you, love you guys, and then fun. Do you guys like hentai? Hey, so now Brian has
Yeah.
children
Yes.
that, you know, ours are grown. But Brian has children. What are your thoughts on hentai? I mean, all that. I don't know the difference between the different styles. Do you know any of this, having kids, or is this something?
Oh, you talk the anime stuff?
Yeah.
My oldest is big time into it.
See, I don't know enough about.
We had to put a stop to some of it because it gets kind of graphic.
Some of it, some of it can get graphic. What's the
dirty.
deal with Japanese and tentacle porn?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Back last January, before COVID hit,
Right.
I was restless and bored at the house.
Right.
And I bought a movie pass so I could go watch all the movies that I wanted to see in a given month. Well, for some reason, I have this tendency to try to get my money's worth out of every damn thing.
Right.
And so whenever I saw all the movies that I wanted to see, I started watching the ones that I didn't really care for either because they were there and it didn't cost me anything to go watch them.
Absolutely, and you still get the movie theater experience.
And I actually saw half a dozen Japanese anime movies that I actually had to read. They were subtitled.
Sure. Were
And
they any good?
they were okay. But what I remembered from them, I didn't realize what I was watching. But there was a cartoon back when we were early teenagers called Star Blazers.
Good question.
That was a Japanese anime cartoon, but they had redid all of the English language
Right.
on it so that we could understand it. And, I really liked that show.
Yeah.
But I didn't know at the time that it was Japanese anime.
Anime or animation. We grew up on Bugs Bunny, World War II shit, and then the 50s
Closest
and
thing we
60s.
came to anime was Speed Racer.
And right.
Well, Speed Racer and Star Blazers.
Yeah.
And
I don't
He
remember
says,
Star Blazers.
Democrat or Republican? Actually, you're going to like this one. I'm a registered Republican, and I'm pretty damn liberal. So it's just, it's just how it is. Do I hate Japanese people?
No.
And you know what? The only Japanese guy I know, he's half Japanese. He has a twin brother. He's also a retired Air Force officer. Great guy. And he's older than me, and he looks 20 years younger than me.
Yeah.
And I was like, he just absolutely does not age. He looks fantastic. So that's really the only Japanese person I think I know.
And I don't ever hate a particular race. I like to hate people individually after they give me a reason to.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way everybody needs to be.
Yeah, did you fight in the Vietnam War? Kid, I was born in 1971. I most certainly didn't fight in Vietnam. So, and I wear my butt plug at work. Hey, awesome.
Proud of you.
Is it now? Speaking of butt plugs, Bob's favorite that he's been pushing, not literally pushing, but trying to get us all to get is the one that for our ladies, not for ourselves. It's the doorstop little spring, the prrr thing.
Here, I'll
go.
bring up a picture.
Yeah.
We're not going to show this, are we?
Yeah, we are.
Why not? I says I wear my butt plug. It also says I grew up on meth. That's a shame. Yeah, I like that. Did you fight in the Vietnam War? Back when I fought in the war, nope. And in fact, if I would have been in a war, it would have definitely been the Gulf War.
Right.
It says your channel will grow. And also, God
Why
bless
would
you.
anybody wear
Why,
that?
thank you.
Because I want to hear the sound of it go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and apparently it makes a great vibration for them.
And also, if you're standing there and you have that in, someone throws the door open, all of a sudden, it's perfect, absolutely,
Yeah, that
without
works.
damaging the door or your anus.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
not that your body would stop it from hitting the wall.
this
but
is
that
just
will.
more
Hey.
acceptable.
Yeah, exactly.
we have seatbelts and airbags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're telling me we can't have an extra layer of safety against door accidents,
Come on, Brian.
Yeah. So it says, do you support mayonnaise? I most certainly support mayonnaise.
And Miracle Whip.
And
This person is
Miracle
boring
Whip
me.
only for certain things. However, and when it comes to mayonnaise, which is it? Is it Hellman's, Kraft, or Duke's?
I like Dukes.
I like Dukes.
Duke's is pretty good, but Hellman's is the standard for where we grew up.
Yeah.
We never heard of fucking Duke's.
I never had real mayonnaise until I was an adult.
You're shit.
Me either.
No.
What did you have?
Miracle Whip.
Every single time.
No, Miracle Whip sweet mayonnaise. Fuck that. There's only one thing I like Miracle Whip on. I wouldn't eat Miracle Whip on nothing but fucking potato sandwiches. You ever had potato sandwiches?
No.
So what you do is you take a potato and you slice thin
Yeah.
chunks. You deep fry these fucking potatoes. You fry them in oil.
So you basically have a
So
French
you
fry
have-
sandwich.
Basically, you make a huge stack of these fried salted potatoes with raw onion on it, with white bread and mayonnaise. Gosh, damn! Me and Coleman used to tear them up.
Okay, let me back
faster
up. The
than his-
potatoes, are they cooked?
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
okay.
fried.
Okay, they're fried,
Faster
okay.
than his mom could fry the fucking potatoes.
Okay, I saw something the other day, and
What's
I haven't
it like
looked
being
into
a Chad? Is it weird that I nair my asshole? It's weird that all of that. Yeah. Where were we at? Potato sandwiches.
I read something the other day about raw potatoes being poisonous.
Green potatoes.
Green potatoes are poisonous.
Yes, you shouldn't eat a green potato. There's something in the in there. It's a little bit toxic. Have you ever heard of IP2?
No.
I P2. I peed earlier.
I pee freely.
Did you pee too? Because I pee too. Fuck, what is this? I do IRL. I'm Hungarian. Jesus, come on, man.
All right, I'm done.
Work with us.
I mean,
man.
I've seen IP2 wide mouth HDP bottles.
And then we're back to please take a big poo on me.
All right, I'm done.
Yeah, it's just like, come on. We've absolutely entertained every. Oh, I still have a copy of.
Oh, I meant to hit
Blasters
this one,
out there.
Jason's favorite.
That's right. Come and take a big poo on Pyramids Are Boring. We have entertained every comment.
Yeah, I know, and I'm
And
done.
you know what? And we've had the phone number up there forever. Like we're the fucking NSA and we're going to track your fucking phone call.
Nobody calls anybody
Yes,
anymore.
I like Harry Potter.
They'd rather
Quit
message.
answering them.
I like Harry Pooter too, if you know
How
what
long
I'm
is it going to
saying.
be before they quit calling phones?
Yeah.
Because the actual phone portion is one of the least used functions of the device.
I know, and it
Sure.
drives me nuts.
Sure, it's like, or what about, hey, dial these 7 digits.
Dial. Nobody knows what to dial. Hang up.
You know what gets me?
How do you? What do
Yeah.
you mean? Where
Pick
do
up the phone. Pick up the phone. What do you mean pick up the fucking phone? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm picking it up.
Right.
I'm going to call you soon.
Whatever.
Man, you better get after it because we're almost done.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Novotny, he will not pick up a telephone. I mean, he will not pick up his phone. I can call him, he won't answer it. I can text him, and he'll instantly answer it.
He doesn't like to talk on the
I
phone.
know.
Fair enough.
I don't get it.
No,
we
that's
grew
okay.
up on that. I want
I
to
know.
hear your voice like me.
Well, this is
it's
also-
more personal to talk to
Yes, but this is also why nobody writes letters hardly anymore.
But
Yeah.
I send email.
And but I mean, to write a letter and take the time
Emails
to
aren't
seal
that
it,
important
put
anymore
a
to people.
stamp and mail it, and then the person has to wait for it to get there, and then you wait for the response. That's pretty cool. You understand letter writing if you have a relative in prison. I'll tell you. But no, that's serious. And I think letter writing is kind of a lost art, and I think it's more intimate now than an email.
Oh yeah, a lot of people look
Dear
at that.
honey, I love you so much. You're my
succulent
muse.
breast.
In a
fact that-
fucking text or an email, fuck that. How about a little note and leave it in
but
her
the thing-
underwear drawer?
Yeah, but if you actually,
Especially if you never met the girl, you just leave it in her underwear.
But if you write them a letter, you could actually be broken
Hi.
up with them by the time they get it.
That's true. It's a different type of world, but also we were talking about pictures. We got a generation here that's not going to have any fucking family pictures or young pictures because they take them all on their cell phone. Film isn't an issue, so it's not a money thing. They can take as many pictures as they want and waste it.
Pictures aren't very personal anymore.
And then they're not kept and if they're not kept in the cloud, the phone breaks and they lose. Gee, I don't have any pictures of my baby's first birthday. Yeah, because you never took them off your
because you're
fucking
too
phone.
fucking stupid
Right.
to know what to do.
And God, I sounded really old talking about
Well, no,
that.
but it's true though. Like they had a
Yeah.
comedian a while back that was talking about people taking pictures.
Yeah.
And he made a joke like he walked into the house and there's this computer sitting in the corner and he goes, "Hey, why is that computer in the corner?" "Oh, that's my Christmas pictures."
Yeah.
"Oh, what's that computer over there for?" "Oh, that was last year's birthday
Okay,
picture."
but
That's how
here's the thing,
people
guys. The only reason that we think pictures are so prominent is because we grew up with them.
Yes.
Right. But
Pictures have only been a part of the history of humanity for the last 150 years.
yes,
Yeah.
but I still got to tell you, think about this. So you take a picture on your phone and you put it on a memory card and you store that memory card. Pretty soon that's obsolete or it fails or gets corrupted.
Yep.
Anything can be destroyed, but yet we've still got tintype photos running around.
Yep.
They're still out there. Over 100-year-old picture that's lasted longer than most of our electronic media ever will.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that's
I got to
right.
tell you, I think and the price is so much cheaper now. You know
Oh,
what?
God.
Pick the goddamn picture you really like. And is it weird that I nair my asshole? I keep going back to that. God, that's got to burn.
Well, have you seen the picture books that you can do? You order a picture book and you pick like 20 of your photos,
Yes.
and they will send you an actual book that has them.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
that's
you know
kinda
what?
neat.
It's worth it. And people go, God, why? We could just pull it up on the computer. You know
But
what?
will you?
Let me tell you, I had to go get a USB floppy drive to get some pictures off of fucking several floppies. I thought, oh my God, I've got all these pictures on here. Media changes. Look
It
how
does.
fast media has changed. You using DVDs or CDs right now? Fuck
don't
no.
know.
In
I
fact,
haven't used a DVD in
I've got
forever.
an entire collection of DVDs that I'm debating on whether I even want to keep them anymore, because it's taken up an entire bookshelf in my living room, or an entertainment.
Yes.
I think it was a bookshelf designed for DVDs. But, and it's like, okay, I can't remember the last time I actually pulled a DVD out
Yeah.
to watch it. And
I don't.
I even bought some recently. I bought all three of the Charlie Brown Christmas the holiday specials.
Right? It's a great pumpkin. Yep.
Yeah, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas.
I thought he was going to tell me ass
It
blasters.
came in a 3 DVD set because CBS quit broadcasting them at Christmas time.
Yeah.
And so I thought, bullshit, I'm watching.
Anti-Christmas hating motherfuckers.
But, by the same time, I could go to iTunes and buy them all. In fact,
but so media changes very quickly.
Yeah.
But do you think, we already know that the big floppy disk is the
the
original
old 5 1/4.
Yeah, obsolete.
I've got some.
Yeah,
I've got a drive for it. They'll still
See?
play them.
but they're obsolete.
Yeah.
3.5 obsolete. Memory sticks soon.
Okay. The fact that I can put multi-terabytes
SDs.
on a thumb drive.
yeah.
That just still boggles my mind, because back whenever, I got into computers,
Yeah.
That big hard drives.
well, you had 5 inch, or
Yeah,
it was
megs.
the 3-inch hard drives that
And then gigs. Yeah.
1 gig capacity. And
Yeah.
you thought that's going to store everything that I'm
you
ever
thought,
going to have for a
"Goddamn,
while."
I'll never use it all." And now we're filling up terabytes with.
Right.
But the thing is, so there's so much media, so much, but none of it is getting preserved as valuable because it's so readily cheap and available.
Yep.
Once upon a time, a roll of 24 fucking pictures, you didn't say,
Right.
You
and
made
didn't-
sure it was the
you
right
didn't
shot.
spend 10 minutes in the bathroom duck facing it with your fucking friend,
Right.
and so you took fart fucker, fart fucker.
well, there was
Okay,
also-
great.
You had to buy flash cubes if you wanted the flash.
Yeah.
Because before the cameras actually had a built-in flash,
You bet.
there was a little pop-on cube that you put on, and each cube was 4 shots because
Yeah.
it would spin 90
Revolve it.
degrees.
Yeah, 35 millimeter camera, the little,
At Walmart right now, to take each camera has 24 shots. You get 2 of them. They're waterproof. Guess how much they are at Walmart?
$12.
$15.
Plus, after you get them, you have to get the film
Yeah,
developed.
Get them developed.
And-
who
and-
the fuck, that's why it's right.
so you're spending 48 prints, and then it's going to cost you 20 cents a print.
and that's for the privilege of it being waterproof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
So you're $30 into 48 pictures.
says, wow, you gained a lot of likes and subscribers. And man, I bet it's all the same guy. All right.
Probably.
Yeah.
You know what? And we owe him a lot because Officer Johnson.
That's another Linux name.
And fart fucker. And but you know what? We appreciate the likes and subscribers because we're moving on up like George and Wheezy.
Oh, holy shit.
What?
We got 71 subscribers now.
Yep. You know what?
And they're all one guy.
But do you know what? You remember that one fake thing that got us our original, band that I was
Yeah.
talking about, that service that would give you all your fake
Yeah.
subscribers and followers? Man, this guy did it for us, and all we had to do was listen to things like fart fucker. Now that's pretty profound.
I'm just wondering how long that's going to last.
Yeah, exactly.
You out there, if you actually did that, hey, more props to you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for the likes and the subscribe. Thanks for joining us tonight, even though it was largely prankish for you. We've enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, I love the names. I don't care much for the racist stuff.
If I
don't care much. I mean, I do not like the racist
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, you
but
can-
the names are hilarious.
You can shove that shit up your nared asshole. But as for the rest of it,
Come on,
yeah.
you just got us a bunch of
Yeah,
subscribers. What are
the
you
rest,
doing?
The rest of it's the rest of it's great, but fuck that racist bullshit. And yeah, if I was a grocery store owner and a kid would have called me and asked me if I had Prince Albert in a can, you remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
I'd have been like, yeah, all excited and shit. You better let him out before he smothers. Yeah, But you know what? So yeah, I'm down for the prank bullshit.
Yeah, that's always fun.
There you go.
So, are we leaving?
Yeah, I
I think
we
right.
were.
I think
Go
we're
ahead.
checking out.
Tell your story.
No, we can go. I can save it for next time. I'm
Okay,
good.
well, why don't you give us a hint of what it'll be for next time?
Pet cemeteries.
Okay, let's remember that. Pet cemeteries. Are we going to pick up
there's
on that
one out
next
there.
week?
Yeah.
All right, pet cemeteries.
Yeah, there's a very prominent one out there.
Yep.
All right, Jason, you want to name off some of the names you want to thank that this person put out there?
Holy shit, that's Richard Stallman who says, thanks for the entertainment laughs. Good luck with the channel and hope it grows. Thank you, Richard. Officer Johnson, well, fart fucker to you too. Debian says we gained, or Debian, whatever. Ricky Two Shoes. Ricky Three Shoes.
Oh, there's Ricky Two Shoes, yeah.
Lenny Person, Parents Hate Their Kids. Attila Back, Bob, Grudge Holder, Scooter Gang 2500, King of IRL, Fortune Unfortunately, Cross-Dressing Billy the Fridge, Basketball Lover, Black Proud Beautiful Strong, Arts and Crafts, Marcus Jones, Gene, Rogue Wand, Chatter Church, Real Boring Boomer Howers, Jesse Jackson, Quinzel, OG Majestic Lion Backup, and then
got a lot
OG
of
Majestic Lion, and then Majestic
I
Lion.
have to get this in before we leave.
Okay, go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead.
I heard the best rapper name ever.
Is it
my
Zap
gosh.
Rap?
No.
No.
What is it?
Mid-size sedan.
Hell yeah. I think on that note, we're going to have to call it a night.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, thanks to everyone. We'll see you next week. We're going to come back with pet cemeteries.
That's it. Get ready for 72 likes and subscribers, folks.
All right, later. Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for stopping by for a drink. I hope you enjoyed hanging out. Next time, invite some friends. Like and subscribe so you won't miss out the next time we are at the bar.